So we all know that expansion is coming in the NBA very soon, and one team that is most likely going to get a team again in the NBA is the city of Seattle. So today I wanted to do another long rebuild for you guys. We're going to be doing a 20-year Seattle Supersonics expansion rebuild. Yeah, I came at you guys with some fire today. And you'll never believe who just won it all. These San Antonio Spurs. They beat the Knicks in 6. I mean, that'd be a fun series. The odds of it happening are very low. So we are going to throw the Seattle Supersonics in the Northwest. We're going to throw the Las Vegas Venom, because I think they're the other city, Las Vegas, that's probably going to get an expansion team as well. The NBA seems to want to get a team out there in Vegas. We're going to throw the OKC Thunder in the Southwest. It makes some sense. We're going to throw the Memphis Grizzlies in the Southeast, and then we're going to bump up the Washington Wizards to the Atlantic. So the Atlantic and the Pacific will have 6 divisions. We'll probably add some more expansion teams throughout this long rebuild. So draft lottery time. Let's hope the Seattle Supersonics can draft Cooper Flagg in this upcoming draft. I actually think that might be impossible. I don't know where 2K is going to put me here. I think we either get like 5 or 6, and we end up getting 5A, one spot ahead of the Las Vegas Venom for pick 6. I think they will probably have the first overall pick in the expansion draft, but the Utah Jazz just won the Cooper Flagg sweepstakes. You got the Portland Trailblazers at 2 and the Miami Heat at 3. So we're going to hire a new head coach who wants to come here and coach this team. Kemba Walker would be kind of sick right out of the gate for him to be the head coach. So I offered some head coaching positions out there, and we are only able to get 2 of them. Wow. The Bucks did not block Darvin Ham. Yeah, I'm going to sign NBA Cup legend, Hall of Fame NBA Cup coach Darvin Ham to a 4-year deal to come coach the Seattle Supersonics. I don't know if he's going to be the coach throughout this rebuild and at the end of it, but he's going to be the first coach here. We're going to choose him over Wes Unseld Jr. So I hope teams are smart with their protections. We'll see, though. There's only so much you can do. I'm going to try to draft like a more realistic team out of the gate. Like, I'm not going to get... Let's see. Yeah, OG Anunoby. He's probably going to get kept by the Knicks, so I'm not going to draft him. They gave us pick 5 and the #1 expansion pick. It's kind of interesting. Wow, the Sixers, like, this could be realistic. They could be like, please take Paul George from us. I don't hate the idea of CJ McCollum on this team, but one player that I really want that wasn't kept by the Houston Rockets just because the protection amount was on a lower amount, so they basically had to be strategic on who they want to keep. We know they have a ton of young talent. I want to take Cam Whitmore. Yeah, we're going to take him with the #1 pick. OG goes 2 and CJ McCollum goes 3, so they're basically going to be over the cap very soon. Also, Aaron Wiggins wasn't kept by the OKC Thunder. Yeah, I want the man that saved basketball. Honestly, I feel like Anthony Simons would be kept by the Portland Trailblazers, and Emmanuel Quickley would be kept by the Toronto Raptors. But a man that I think wouldn't be kept, Jaden Hardy. Let's take him from the Dallas Mavericks. Vegas takes Anthony Simons and Kyle Kuzma. They may win the finals next year. They could take Paul George as well if they wanted to. I'm going to take Taylor Hendricks from the Utah Jazz, coming over a gruesome injury. Also, the Orlando Magic didn't keep Tristan da Silva. Yeah, I'll definitely pick him up. They go Naz Reid and Chris Middleton. Both those guys can be free agents. I feel like Andrew Nembhard would be kept, but I feel like Ben Shepherd wouldn't. I'm going to draft him. And then I'm also going to get Vince Williams here from the Memphis Grizzlies. There goes Malik Monk and Emmanuel Quickley. Yeah, the Vegas Venom could definitely win it all next year. I'm surprised he wasn't kept, maybe because he's making a decent amount of money, but I'm going to get a pretty good player here, DeAndre Hunter, over to Seattle. And are you kidding me? Isaiah Stewart wasn't kept out of Detroit. Yeah, we're going to take him. There goes Finney Smith, Neemias Queta. I'm going to take a chance on Deron Holmes, the former first-round pick for the Nuggets, as well as Devin Carter, their former first-round pick from the Sacramento Kings. What decisions were they making? I don't know. I'm also going to get Kobe Brown, former first-round pick by the Clippers, as well as Terrence Shannon Jr., former first-round pick by the Timberwolves. There goes Grant Williams and Terry Rozier, 2 former Hornets and Celtics. My last pick, yeah, I'll definitely take Maxwell Lewis from the Brooklyn Nets. So that was a fun expansion draft for us. Now we also have the 5th overall pick in this draft. Honestly, I like the team where we're at. Like, DeAndre Hunter is going to be our #1 scorer, but we also have Cam Whitmore as well. Let's see who ends up going #1. Dylan Harper, not Cooper Flagg. Does Cooper Flagg go #2? Yes, he does. Does Ace Bailey go 3? He does. All right, so I'm guaranteed either Kasper Shakushonis or VJ Edgecombe. I'm targeting one of those 2, and both of them are on the board. And I would really like both of them, but I'm going to take Kasper Shakushonis here to be my point guard for the future. He's going to run the show next year, 6'6", can pass the ball very well, can shoot the ball very well. I'm excited about that. If VJ Edgecombe fell to like 12 or 13, I was going to try to trade for him, but he ends up getting drafted by New Orleans. And we're going to double up on Illinois players in this draft. We're going to take Tomislav Ivicic, the better Ivicic brother. So both of those players are going from Illinois to Seattle in the draft, and I'm definitely excited about this young core going forward. So we're picking up the team options on Cam Whitmore, Taylor Hendricks, Ben Shepherd, and we will pick it up on Kobe Brown as well. We're really not going to do too much in free agency because like next year we do have our centers. Like we have plenty of power forwards forwards, plenty of wings, honestly. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to sign a single player. Do we even have cap space? We actually do. We do have a decent amount. We could have like Ty Jerome run the show next year or Cam Thomas, but I think I'm going to pass on this free agency class and we can have a little bit more money next year. Player progression though, DeAndre Hunter goes up to an 84, Cam Whitmore up to an 81. There's Hendricks. Wiggins drops, but everybody else goes up. And I could ink up some contract extensions, but I kind of want to wait on that. I don't want to sign anybody before they ever play a game for this team. And I do have to release somebody before the season starts. I think I know who that's going to be. It was going to be Kobe Bryant or Maxwell Lewis. I think we're going to release Maxwell Lewis though. So his tenure here in Seattle was very short. Supersonics legend though. Chris Paul gonna retire at the end of the year. LeBron retired at the end of last year. Let me figure out the starting five. And we're gonna rock an 11-man rotation in the first year of Seattle basketball. We're gonna have Kasperi Shakuchonis. We're gonna have Ben Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, DeAndre Hunter, and Isaiah Stewart. We're gonna have Taylor Hendricks, Aaron Wiggins, Tristan Da Silva, Jaden Hardy, and Vince Williams, as well as Devin Carter, all getting minutes off the bench. We could definitely be a seller this year at the deadline. Honestly, under Darvin Ham, I wouldn't be surprised if this team won like 30 games in its first year. What I do want to do is just to make this a little bit more challenging than I meant to do this before. So we are going to have the trade negotiation difficulty pretty high. It's at 65. I'm going to up the simulator difficulty to 60. And unless I'm like really struggling, I'll drop it back down to 50. But I think it provides a little bit more of a challenge for a new expansion team, which is a big market. Like Seattle's a big market. It's not like the Seattle Mariners spend, but you know, they've had some success with the Seattle Seahawks winning a Super Bowl in the past. I'm not sure how the Kraken have done so far. I'm a very casual hockey fan, but I'm excited about what this team can do. Now, Cam Whitmore, I think is somebody we are building around. He's still just 21 years old, and that's why I wanted to draft him 1-1 in the expansion draft. Shakuchonis is averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, basically what he's doing at Illinois right now. The efficiency is a little bit lower, but that will come. DeAndre Hunter's given me about 14 points per game, 40% from 3, up to an 85 overall. Jaden Hardy shooting the ball well. Isaiah Stewart, I think, is somebody we could look to trade, but honestly, I could trade him in the offseason. Like, he's under contract as well, so I'm not really in a rush to trade him. I think I would try to find an intriguing young piece to put in the backcourt with Shakuchonis if that player was available right now. I just want to see if I can give VJ Edgecombe. That's the guy I really want. I would offer them a nice package of Taylor Hendricks and Tristan Da Silva, two forwards that could space the floor. We'll see if they're even interested. I don't want to include any first-round picks, so if they were to counter that, yeah. So I would throw in like 2 seconds. I don't think that gets it. Okay, welcome to the... Okay, that was an offer I guess they couldn't refuse. Welcome to Seattle, VJ Edgecombe. That is the guy I wanted the backcourt with Kasperi Shakuchonis. And what I want to do is keep the 11-man rotation. So it's going to be Wiggins as the 6th man, followed by Jaden Hardy, Ben Shepherd. They're in the same position. Ben Shepherd, Vince Williams, Devin Carter. I think we go about 10 minutes to Devin Carter just to see what he can do. Last 5 minutes, honestly, let's give DeRon Holmes some run just because he's got 1 year less on his team contract than like Ivicic. And I'm excited to see what this team can do because we got the 2 guys I wanted in the draft a ton, Shakuchonis and Edgecombe, getting a guy from the Big 10, guy from the Big 12. I think we're finding something here in Seattle already. And Wemby ends up winning MVP. He won Conference Finals MVP last year and Finals MVP. This man is already the best player in the NBA. Cooper Flagg is your Rookie of the Year. Vucevic in Sacramento, 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy, Cam Whitmore Most Improved. There we go in Seattle. I don't know, the efficiency, I need to see it improve next year. Like, I'm probably not going to extend him this offseason unless I can get good value on him, but I would like to see him be more consistent as a shooter, as we're not going to probably get any Supersonics on the All-NBA teams. Not on the All-Defensive teams either. And here is our rookie first team. We do get Kasperi Shakuchonis. Let's go. 54% true shooting. Did we get Edgecombe on second team? Yes, we did. He struggled with the shot, but he can play defense already at a good level. He can play make. He can rebound. I'm really excited about acquiring him this year. We did not end up making the play-in tournament, which is fine. This was the first year of us existing again. And we go 38 and 44. I think that's a step in the right direction. So since I increased the simulator difficulty, I believe we were like 25 and 25, so we ended up going like 13 and 19 to end the year, so not great. We have a negative 3.4 differential. Wow, the Vegas Venom were that bad. 19 and 63, and they drafted Paul George as well. Oh my god, Philly got so lucky not keeping him. Yeah, I wasn't targeting that. Oh my god, yeah, OG just so bad in 2K, man. It's kind of crazy how bad they were this year, but hey, they will get a top pick in this draft. We have Cam Whitmore averaging 19. There's DeAndre Hunter averaging 15. Edgecombe, Hardy, Stewart, Wiggins, Shepherd as follows. So, yeah, we're pretty much just finding the foundation of this team. I think we have our backcourt. I'm fine with the Whitmore-Hunter forward combo for next year, at least, as the Raptors, with no longer having Emmanuel Quickley, go to the NBA Finals. Ryan Rollins is their starting point guard. All right, that's pretty cool, I guess. And the Mavericks actually almost lost that to the Raptors. They went to 7 as the Knicks lost in the conference finals. There goes Chris Paul. Pretty poetic that Brook Lopez ended up retiring on the Brooklyn Nets. That is cool. There goes Steph, man. he retires. And we will have a lottery first round pick at number 11. Let's see if it moves up. That would be kind of insane. And no, it stays at 11, which is fine. So we're going to have the end of the lottery pick. I think I'm going to do the real 2026 draft, but then I'm probably going to have auto-generated from now on. So if he's in this draft class, I think it would be cool to get Will Riley, and we just get all the current Illinois guys, because we got Visich and we ended up getting Yakushonis. I don't know if like Kai Boswell is in this draft. Is Will Riley, or did he might have moved him to the 25 class, which is fine. So here we are, night of the NBA draft. I think we could look to trade Isaiah Stewart. He does have a team option next year, which I think could increase his value. And we are going to send Isaiah Stewart to the Timberwolves, who I believe lost Naz Reid. And we're going to send them Isaiah Stewart, who could play the 4. He could play the 5. We're taking on Kyle Anderson's 1-year deal, but we're also getting Minnesota's 2030 first round picks. So, you know what? I think that's a smart move for us over time. So we are going to look to upgrade the center spot this offseason. The Las Vegas Venom are able to add AJ Debance to their team. So they have Trey Johnson, Debance, and just a ton of other talent. Cam Boozer goes to the Thunder. Darius Akuff goes to the Spurs. Caleb Wilson goes to the Knicks. Darren Peterson falls all the way to 5. And with this pick, I'm going to go with Nate Ament, who I believe is a top 5 prospect going into that 2026 class. And he's going to be my first round pick and my only pick, since we did trade away that second in the VJ Edgecombe deal. So we have a new power forward here. We're going to pick up the team options on Whitmore, Shepard, Carter, Holmes. I'm going to decline 4.7 mil on Kobe Brown. I'm going to pick it up on Tomislav Visich, $4 million, and then Terrence Shannon at 2.8. I'll pick it up, but yeah, we're going to decline it on Kobe Brown. We should have a little bit of cap space to go after a center here in free agency. I'm not going to get like one of the top guys. I wouldn't mind Walker Kessler. Isaiah Hartenstein could be kind of cool because he's played for the Thunder, now the Supersonics. There's Aiden, Time Lord, Nick Richards, Mitchell Robinson maybe isn't the worst idea. He's 28. Mark Williams would be interesting as well. You know what? We have some cap space, so let's spend it. So we're going to give Isaiah Hartenstein around like $54 million around 3 years. I don't think he finds a better deal than that. So he's going to be the new center. That is an upgrade over Isaiah Stewart. So we'll see. Like Jimmy Butler's a free agent. He only wants like $20 million. We could afford him, but I'm not going to do that. Of course, Luka leaves the Mavericks. He always does it. And then Trae Young replaces him in Dallas. Wow, Triple J replaces, well, not replaces Steph, but they use that money to go out and sign him. Shout out to Vucevic, getting another $57 million guaranteed in his career. And the Hawks ended up losing Dyson Daniels to the Kings. That's brutal. All right, so Isaiah Hartenstein is going down 1 overall, but Edgecombe goes up, Hunter goes up. He is playing for a contract. Same with Cam Whitmore. I mean, we could see what they're going to look like at the Hoop Summit. We'll see how much they want, if we can even get one done. So DeAndre Hunter, $20 million. I kind of want to see him play. He was good last year, but I think we want to hold off on that. Cam Whitmore, now that's not a bad price tag. All right, let's lock him up on that 4-year extension. Could I give him a 5th year? I could. All right, hopefully this is going to be a steal. Let's make it a team option on the last year. Can I even get that down to $15 million? I feel like I could. All right, Cam Whitmore, you were going to stay as a Seattle Supersonic. He's not from Seattle, right? I might be thinking Apollo. Yeah, I was thinking Apollo because Whitmore's from Maryland. He went to Nova. I doubt he was going from Seattle to Nova. So it's a big year for some guys. Like Jaden Hardy, he does have a team option next year. Ben Shepherd is a free agent at the end of the year. Not even sure if he's going to crack the rotation. All right, so we're still going to play the sophomores here, just like 20-30 minutes a night. We're going to go 32 to the forwards because it's a big year. I want to see what Cam Whitmore could do now that he got paid, and I want to see what DeAndre Hunter can do since he's trying to get paid. Isaiah Hartenstein 30 minutes a night, and then you got Wiggins, Carter, Hardy, Ament, Williams, and Visich all getting minutes off the bench. So yeah, no minutes for Holmes, Shepard, Shannon Jr., Kyle Anderson. Those guys could definitely be gone at the deadline. And if we take a look at Darvin Ham's system proficiency, it is 3-star bounce. We'll see how we deal with this increased simulator difficulty, but we start off the season with a blowout victory. Great start to the year. Good games by Hartenstein and Edgecombe. And then we lost to the Miami Heat by 12. We couldn't get over 100 points in that game. And then against the Minnesota Timberwolves to either be 500 above or below after the 3rd game. I don't know why it takes forever to simulate this one. I waited all that just to lose by 23 points. All right, so deja vu here. We are 25-25 at the trade deadline. The Minnesota Timberwolves, hey, with our big man. Did they trade him away? Never mind. We sent them Isaiah Stewart. Unless I just completely missed him. They ended up trading him, yeah, for Royce O'Neal. But they are 45-6, which is kind of insane. We are currently the 9th seed in the Western Conference. We're 16-8 at home. We're 9-17 on the road. So yeah, we play a lot better in Seattle. Look at the stats this year. Cam Whitmore, 18.5 points. The efficiency 56% true shooting. I mean, he's not making a ton of money, but he's making a decent amount of money. Largest like guaranteed contract on the team. So I'd like for him to be a little bit better. DeAndre Hunter's numbers, I don't know if it's going to be worth the extension. We'll see. Edgecombe, the shot hasn't gone too much better, but it has gotten better this year. Yakuchonis, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Yeah, his shooting very good right now. Jaden Hardy, another good shooting year. Looking like I'm going to pick up that option. There's Isaiah Hartenstein giving me 1.2 blocks tonight. Nate Ament as a rookie shooting 35% from 3. Devin Carter, a good year for him. Aaron Wiggins, his 3-point shot isn't falling too much this year. And yeah, DeAndre Hunter still wants $21 million a year. All right, I'm going to send Vince Williams and Ben Shepherd for Gershon Yabusele of the Philadelphia 76ers, but I'm also going to get a 2031 first round pick in that deal as well. I don't know if I'm going to play Gershon. I honestly may distribute some of these minutes more to the starters. So I'm going to go 33 to Yakuchonis, 32 to VJ Edgecombe, and we'll see if this team can make the playoffs. It's just that Williams and Shepherd were free agents at the end of the year, and I wanted to get something for them. All right, Anthony Edwards ended up winning MVP this year. AJ DeBanza, the #1 pick, is your rookie of the year. Trey Mann, 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy, Jeremiah Fears is your most improved player. Luka Doncic, clutch player of the year, and Chris Finch is your coach of the year. There's Ant, Jokic, Luka, Wemby, and Giannis all on All-NBA first team. Any shockers on second team? Not really at this point. Third team, you have Ace Bailey in year number 2. Unreal scorer for the Miami Heat. You have Cat, Trae Young, Maxey, and LaMelo Ball. Do we get any Supersonics anywhere? We do not. Not even on all rookie second team, so no Nate Ament. We did not make the play-in tournament this year. We fell out of it once again, so first 2 years of this, we did not make the playoffs. We actually lost 2 more games this year than we did last year, so we go 36-46. All right, but I feel like we're still finding the foundation of this team. Cam Whitmore would like for the efficiency to be a little bit better. DeAndre Hunter is going to be a free agent. We're going to see the market for him. We still have the backcourt that we're developing over time. I think Isaiah Hartenstein, he's still 28 years old, like he's in his prime, and he can help us compete next year. There's Jaden Hardy shooting 37% from 3. Aaron Wiggins, 33% from 3. All right, keeping an eye on that. I like Devin Carter for us. I think he can be a winning player. I expect a lot more minutes for Nate Ament next year. And let's see who ends up winning the 2027 NBA Finals. It's going to come down between the Indiana Pacers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant won MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, where he just averaged 44 points per game. Let's see which 2020 draft pick is going to get their first ring, and it goes to the #1 overall pick, Anthony Edwards. He gets the trifecta this year: MVP, Conference Finals MVP, and Finals MVP. There goes Paul George. Philly got lucky getting off that contract, man. There goes Kevin Durant and Drew Holiday as well. KD and PG head to the Hall of Fame. We will own our lottery pick this year. It's not protected. I don't know what I'm talking about. Damn, the Venom were bad once again. Hornets get very lucky. They get the #1 overall pick. We're going to have pick 12, actually, so I think we dropped the spot, or we stayed where we were. And obviously, with this being auto-generated, I'm unfamiliar with these guys right now. So like Luke Pickett out of Toledo. I'm not really sure if we're going to go positional base or something of need, but I don't think I'm going to trade the pick. So Lewis Rice, 6'10 wing out of Texas Tech, the #1 pick. He looks pretty good, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's playing for the Charlotte Hornets. The Pelicans take Richie House, NC State center. Looks pretty good as well. All right, so with my pick, I ended up taking, I kind of wanted this Isley guy. He looks pretty good. Even Melvin Wall looks good, but I haven't taken Coach of the Year, Neely, Cody Neely there. He's a power forward. He's 6'10 out of Utah State. A little bit of size on him. We'll see if he's able to develop a shot. But if I move on from like Aaron Wiggins, he could get minutes next year. So we're going to pick up the team option on Edgecombe, Yakuchonis, Hardy, and Carter. I'm going to let both Daron Holmes and Terrence Shannon Jr. hit free agency. Ton of guys there we could potentially go after. Ivicic, we will give the qualifying offer to, but I don't, like, we have the cap space with DeAndre Hunter leaving potentially, but do I want to go after, like, one of these guys? I'm not really sure. I think looking at our team right now, like, we're fine in the backcourt. We have Whitmore. I think we may let Hunter walk, or we sign him back on like a 1+1. Like, I'm gonna renounce the rights on Shannon Jr., Anderson, and Holmes. I want to see if Hunter's price goes down throughout this, because I'm not giving him 25 mil a year, but I don't know what team is. All right, that was a freezing cold take. The Raptors just gave him $96 million. So there goes DeAndre Hunter, one of our top expansion picks, as Giannis goes to the Lakers. That's kind of crazy. Ivicic is about to get a deal from the 76ers, 2 years, $11 million. We're going to match that so we can be the backup center. And I don't even know if I'm going to play him, but I'm going to pick up Tumani Kamara on a 1+1 here in free agency. And yeah, we're going to roll over our cap space to next year. So Edgecombe shoots up to an 88 overall. Hartenstein 84, Whitmore 84, Nate Ament 82. There we go. All right, so I'm going to ink up Jaden Hardy on a 3-year extension with a team option on the last year. It's going to be 11 million, then go up a little bit over the years. Devin Carter, how much is he looking for? About the same thing, but I'm going to prioritize Hardy for right now. They are the same age, which is kind of crazy. All right, so I'm going to play the backcourt a ton. Yakuchonis and Edgecombe, it's their time to break out. 36 minutes a night. 33 to Cam Whitmore, 27 to Ament, 30 to Hartenstein. We're going to go with a 5-man bench of Hardy, Carter, Ivicic, Wiggins, and Neely. So Kamara, Yabusele, and we signed back Terrence Shannon Jr. and Terrence Mann. They will not be getting any minutes. 3.5 stars to Darvin Ham. Let's see how we do this season. Obviously, if we struggle once again, we maybe then will flex our money a little bit in the off season, but I want to see what the backcourt can do now that they're playing a ton of minutes. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline, and VJ Edgecombe is breaking out in year 3. We're getting that year 3 breakout, still just 21 years old. Hartenstein's giving me 9 and 9 and 3 assists as well, and over 2 stocks a game. Cam Whitmore is averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and he's shooting 35% from 3. Nate Ament is having a really good year 2 as well, 42% from 3. There's Jakushonitz, who's averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists, 38% from 3. Jaden Hardy has been an absolute beast this year. Devin Carter is pretty good, and then you got Aaron Wiggins, Gershon Yabusele. Just everybody's going up, I mean. Obviously, it's been a little bit for me since I've recorded this, just because I've been trying to get some other videos out for you guys, and these obviously take a little bit to record. So I'm getting kind of freshed up with this team again. 30 and 20 were the 5th seed, compared to where we were last year, where we ended up going 36 and 46. Oh, yeah. We're rolling right now. So Anthony Edwards wins MVP this year. Malachi Moreno is your rookie of the year, the 28th overall pick. Nolan Traore, 6th man of the year in Brooklyn. Wemby Depoy, most improved goes to Nate Ament. I mean, I love getting an award, but a year 2 player never should get it, but he looks like an absolute stud. Wemby, clutch player of the year. Chris Finch is your coach of the year. We don't get any Supersonics on the All-NBA teams. Unfortunately, we do not. AJ DeBanza in year 2 is on an All-NBA 3rd team on the Las Vegas Venom. Giannis signed with the Lakers, and he's on all defensive 2nd team. Yeah, we didn't get any Supersonics across the board. There's Cam Jones making all-rookie 1st team in what would be like his 3rd year. Cody Neely ended up making it as well. So we are the 6th seed. We're taking on the 3-seeded Kings here in round number 1. They still have Fox. They got a pretty sick backcourt partner in Dyson Daniels next to him. They've added Gary Trent Jr. and PJ Washington. They got Big Stu, Derek Jones Jr., Marvin Bagley, welcome back, and Johnny Juzang all off the bench. Our leading scorer at the end of the year was Cam Whitmore, 19.6 points. 35% from 3. I mean, I would like for Cam to be a little bit better. He still has 3 years under contract after this year. Obviously, we're going to have to pay a lot of money for maybe Edgecombe and Jakushonitz at the end of next year's season. And then you got Nate Ament. I mean, Jaden Hardy's under a really good deal right now. I like what we have. I wonder if we can maybe pull off the upset and go on a run in the playoffs. Because if we look at the team right now, 48 and 34, we had a 1.1 point differential. I mean, I think we could definitely beat Sacramento, but I don't know if we're going to be much better than what we were in the regular season. I think Cody Neely's not going to get any minutes for the playoffs. Aaron Wiggins, I think, is going to get around 10 minutes. Same with Tomislav Ivicic. We're going to go 16 to Devin Carter. We can keep Jaden Hardy as the 6th man with about 24 minutes. I'd like to go 33 to Hartenstein, 30 to Nate Ament. Honestly, I'm going to drop Cam Whitmore a little bit, and we're going to go more to Nate Ament. Let's go 38 to the backcourt, and then we got about 8 more minutes. We can go probably 20 to Devin Carter and 14 to Aaron Wiggins. So let's see how round number 1 goes. We're taking on, the Kings. Let's see if we're able to beat them as we end up winning game 1 by 8. Out of the gate, we get 20 from Edgecombe, 19 from Cam. Jakushonitz does not shoot the ball well, but he knocks down 9 free throws. Game number 2 goes to the Sacramento Kings, 128-108. 32 for Nate Ament, though. Breakout performance for him as he's trying to emerge as maybe the guy we're building around. We do end up winning game number 3, 126-114. Jakushonitz with 28, 7 and 7. Nate Ament with 27. Edgecombe with 12, 11 and 8. Game number 4 does go to the Sacramento Kings, so we are going back and forth. This is a very competitive series. As Cam Whitmore's not knocking down his threes, but he's finishing well inside the arc as we end up blowing them out here in game 5. We are 1 game away from pulling off the upset. Can we do so? No, we cannot. We are going to a game 7. We lose by 9. Here we go. Game 7. It's going to be on the road in Sacramento. Can we beat the Kings and advance to round number 2 and get our first playoff series victory of the video? As we had a lead for a short amount of time there in the 3rd. We're down by 7. And here we go. We are going to lose by 6, though. All right. Now, we were later in the game than I thought. That is unfortunate. We weren't able to maybe pick up a victory and get our first playoff series victory. It would have been nice for Jakushonitz, who struggled from 3, but man, he's a good playmaker. VJ Edgecombe just doing it all. I know he didn't shoot the ball well, but like he's giving me rebounds, 2.7 steals, 1.4 blocks, like 5 assists, man. He's a stud. Devin Carter was good against his former team that didn't keep him in the expansion draft. Cam Whitmore went 4-15. I'm afraid that's Cam. I don't know, man. He's 23 years old. Like, I don't want to give up on Cam Whitmore yet, but we're going to have to evaluate this team in the offseason, see how far we can go. Halliburton versus Ant, and Ant gets the better of the 2 as he wins finals MVP and they sweep the Pacers. There goes Vooch, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris. A lot of guys from the 2011 draft class end up retiring, and Kawhi Leonard is going to head to the Hall of Fame. I'm thinking next year we're going to add 2 new expansion teams to the league as the Venom are picking there at 5. I assume just, our first round pick is going to be there at 24. We'll see if we can really develop anybody there that we like. We're going to keep Darvin Ham as our head coach for at least 1 more year. So we are here the night of the NBA draft. We could look here at, I don't know, like if we want to make a trade on draft night, we got to pay big money to the backcourt next year. So I don't know if we're going to have cap space like, if there's somebody that hits the free agency market that we think can win it all for us next year, is Tugay Ikel. Probably butchered his name. Looks like a beast out of Turkey. So move over, Şengün. You may have some competition in the league, as Asor Thompson and Marcus Sasser are traded for the second overall pick, and they take Bernard Mullen. What a haircut he's got, out of Virginia. So we ended up taking Drew Barrymore's son, Drew Barry. And then we got Sylvester Davis there in the second round. He's a front court guy, 21 years old, 7 feet tall at the power forward position. I like what I see. If he can develop a shot, we may have taken a steal there. Aaron Wiggins, $8 million. I'm going to pick it up, but I could easily trade it. Toumani Camara at 4.2. I'm going to decline. We're going to pick up the team option on all these guys. That is a no-brainer. We are going to offer Devin Carter the qualifying offer, but not to Terrence Shannon. I'm going to try to sign Gershon back on a 1-year deal worth a minimum. And I do have $50 million in cap space. Does Devin Booker make sense? Does anybody here make sense? Zion would be cool. Zion would be cool. I do own a first-round pick from the 76ers in 2031. And a Minnesota first rounder in 2030. I thought it would always be cool to get Paolo Banchero on this team just because he's from Seattle, but it would probably cost too much unless I did leverage Nate Ament in that deal. But I mean, I should use some of this cap space right now, and I don't know if that's an upgrade at the 5 spot. Don't really have one there. Zion could be somebody we go after if he does want to leave New Orleans. He does have a 4-year 181, but it looks like he'd be open to leaving. Like Jalen Wells, I mean, he's just going to be paid from the Celtics, but I think that's a little rich. Reese Shay's restricted. There is Jarris Walker, but I don't really want to give him all that money. Devin Booker's here. Jared McCain, but he's restricted. Ivy's here. I'm a little upset about this free agency class, but the problem is, like, I got to spend a lot of money on Yakushonis and VJ Edgecombe next year. Basically 30-40 million a pop. So I'm not going to have cap space most likely for a little bit going forward. I think we go after Zion. Could I give him 3 years at a super high AAV, $48 million? Does that get it done? Does that get higher than the Pelicans deal? I think it does. And that gives us basically just 2 years of overlap with his money and Edgecombe and Yakushonis on their extension. So unfortunately, I think with that deal, we will have to re-announce the rights on Devin Carter unless I'm able to free up about $6 million elsewhere. And I want to see if I can offer 2 second-round picks and Aaron Wiggins to the Warriors for their 2030 top 3 protected first, and they're willing to agree to that. So I don't think I need to re-announce the rights on Devin Carter. Maybe I can't sign Gershon. Wait, what? Oh, man. I got to be, like, very close to pulling this off. Oh, wait, no. I didn't re-announce the rights on Toumani Camara. Can I sign Gershon and keep that open? No, I think I can't sign Gershon. So, yeah, we should be able to get Zion and bring back Devin Carter unless he gets a deal in the market, but we're going to keep an eye on him, and he won't. So, Zion Williamson, you are a Pelican, at least for the next 3 years. I don't want that to hurt Nate Ament's development, so I may sacrifice some, like, Zion's 6'6". I may just make him the small forward, and we're going to bench Cam Whitmore, who honestly wasn't a good three-point shooter pretty much any years here. I mean, last year was his best year, but I think he's going to go to more of a 6-man role, and we're going to make Zion Williamson a small forward, unless it's wise to make Nate Ament a small forward. 6'10". No, I think I'd rather him guard the power forward. So yeah, he's still gonna stay at the 4, and then Zion is gonna go to the 3, and then we do have a little bit of money left over. So oh damn, how much is he getting? 3 years, 34. I was going to get a nice deal on Devin Carter, but the Venom tried swooping in there. But we're going to bring back Devin Carter. I kind of like him over Jaden Hardy, even though I have both of them. But, like, Devin Carter could play defense. He can knock down some threes. And that's still a very favorable contract. We could get Quentin Grimes. I mean, I look at this rotation right now. We have Hardenstein and Vicic at the 5 spots. We have plenty of power forwards. Yeah, we're good. I think I may just sound like a higher potential shooting guard, like a Demba Bao. I don't know why you want $6 million a year. That's kind of absurd, but I'll give you a 2-year deal at that rate. And that should be it. So here we are at play progression. Zion's up to a 92. Edgecombe's at 91. Ment's at 86. Whitmore's at 86. Yakushonis is at 85. I don't know if Zion's going to be here after that 3-year contract, but I think it allows us to use that financial flexibility we had with these guys on the rookie deals. And he was like the one guy that I think that fit. I just didn't want to move Edgecombe to the 3, sign Devin Booker. I mean, I could have done that, but that would have cost me probably $15 million more per year. And if we did look at what an extension would look like for those rookies, Edgecombe, a lot of money, and Yakushonis, it's not as bad. So $33 million. Yeah, we are going to extend Yakushonis, so he's going to be here for a while. Edgecombe, I think I'm just going to let him hit free agency next year. I'm just going to have to stomach giving him about $50 million a year at one point. So I think I'm going to go to a 9-man rotation this year. So, like, yeah, we have Lloyd Livingston, Sylvester Davis, a couple former second-round picks, but Drew Barry, Demba Bao, and Cody Neely are not going to get minutes. I would like to go 35 to this big 3. I actually get 2 more minutes, so we'll go to Ament. So yeah, these guys are going to play a ton. Hardenstein, 30 minutes a night. We'll see how this team performs. We are 4-star balanced under Darvin Ham. If we don't win a playoff series this year, if Ham is probably gone. If we do, I'm not sure if I'm going to bring him back. Hardenstein, I think I'd like to bring back, because, like, who else is going to be our center? Obviously, we can entertain a trade. So I'm going to give him a little bit more money, like $15 million a year. Instead of 3 or 30, it could be 2 year 30. So 15 more a year, 1 less year, flat rate, and we can eventually trade him. But he's all I got right now at the 5 spot, unless Ivicic has a really good year off the bench. All right, so this team is at the deadline 45-11. We do have an 8.1 point differential, a little bit lower than the Thunder, but honestly, we are on pace to at least go to the conference finals. We do have a 6.5 game lead over the team that became the Thunder from the Supersonics, the former Supersonics, I should say. Edgecombe breaking out as a #1 option. He's going to make so much money for me this offseason. Zion's averaging 20 points, up from what he did in New Orleans last year. Obviously providing another weapon, hopefully a little bit more point Zion. Yakushonis 19-9. I got to keep the KJ VJ backcourt for a while. Nate Ament 18 points. I think adding Zion is kind of like adding KD to the 2016 Warriors. Terrible comparison since we haven't won anything yet, but I think like Yakushonis, Ament, and Edgecombe are our version of like the young big three in Golden State that we've developed, homegrown guys. And then Zion is going to be the KD, and Cam Whitmore is kind of like Harrison Barnes, who's shooting well from 3, and he's not making a ton of money in this league. And then I love the players that we have around, obviously that are role players in Hardy, Harnstein, Carter, and Ivicic. So I will see you guys at the end of the year, and hopefully this team can go all the way. So Luka, now on the Clippers, wins MVP. Richie House is your rookie of the year. He was the 2nd overall pick. Oh my God. Okay, wait. For a second, I thought this guy was like a wing, but he's a front court guy. Shoots 35% from 3, 4 assists, 7.7 rebounds. Looks really good. Derek Queen, 6th man of the year. I wonder who he's backing up over there in San Antonio. Wemby, Depoy, Drake Powell, most improved over in Charlotte. Cool. You got that UNC to Charlotte connections thing in North Carolina. And Darvin Ham, coach of the year. Now that doesn't mean he's safe, because what coaches get coach of the year all the time and then get fired. It's happened a ton. Like Mike Budenholzer. I don't know if Frank Vogel got it, but he won it all with the Lakers and then got fired. But Mike Brown pretty recently, there's a couple off the top of my head that I'm forgetting. I think Dwayne Casey got coach of the year the same year he got fired with the Raptors. And then yeah, you got Cooper Flagg and Wemby. On All NBA first team, Trae Young is on the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, Edgecombe's gonna make so much money for me. 21, 8 rebounds for the shooting guard, 5 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.2 blocks, 3-point shots getting better. He's gonna make so much money. There's Debanza and Giannis and Ace Bailey on the Miami Heat on 2nd team. We don't get any Supersonics on 3rd team. Damn, and Edgecombe is a top 10 defender in the sport. Yep, he is legit, man. We are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, so anything prior, man, I actually think I'm going to keep Darvin Ham going forward. We have like our core 4. We have a really good 6-man. We have a really good defensive-minded center there who doesn't need to score the ball to be effective because he can rebound, pass, block shots, has a great floater, and can set some screens. So I think for the playoffs, I like what I saw from Ivicic this year, honestly. I may give him a little bit more minutes because this could be a little bit of a test run for him. As much as Devin Carter, who shot 38% from 3, Jaden Hardy, who shot 39%. I'm going to go 15 minutes of these guys, 25 to Whitmore, 15 to Ivicic. 4 more minutes. I'm going to go 37 to Yakushonis, 37 to Edgecombe. I think I make a 1 less to Ament. Yeah, we're going to give him about 33 minutes, and then I'm going to go 1 more to Edgecombe, who seems like he's our top guy. So here we are taking on the Spurs. So I got to take on Wemby in round number 1. They have Darius Akuff and Stephon Castle there in the backcourt. They have Vassell, Kuzma. They have the 6th man of the year coming off the bench. Let's see if we're able to beat them. Game number 1 goes to Seattle. We blow them out by 31 points. Number 1 overall pick Zion versus number 1 overall pick Wemby. We do end up winning game number 2. Yakushonis with 29, 6, 9, and 2. Edgecombe, great numbers as well. Game number 3 goes to Seattle. 128, 124. Yakushonis and Nate Ament, 50. And then game 4 ends up going to Seattle. 41 and 9 for Edgecombe. 14, 6, and 16 for Yakushonis. And game 5 goes to the Spurs by 17. Edgecombe with 29. Yakushonis 28. Zion 23. Whitmore 21. But we do end up winning at 6. All right, I'm fine with going to 6 because it's Wemby and the Spurs. Zion drops 31, 7, and 6. Yakushonis 28 and 10. Oh my God. He dropped 25 and 10. And 4 rebounds in round 1. That is kind of insane. Edgecombe had a triple-double as well. So here we are taking on the Golden State Warriors. No longer having Steph Curry. They have Triple J and Aiden from the 2018 draft class. They have Will Riley and Jasper Johnson in the backcourt. Wiggins and Kuminga and Pods and TJD also there. Hood Shafino's an 85 overall. We do end up winning game 1, 128, 122. Edgecombe, 31, 14, and 5 to start things off. Game number 2 goes to Golden State. Ooh, they blow us out by 33. Kuminga dropping 32. Game 3 goes to Seattle. We beat him by 21. Aaron Wiggins. Oh, no, that's Andrew Wiggins. Didn't I trade them? Oh, is he getting DMPs, really? He didn't play this year? Why did you offer me a first-round pick then for him? I don't get it. All right, so we ended up losing by 8 in game 4. We're tied 2 games apiece. We go down 3-2. Okay, Darvin Ham, backs against the wall. Let's see you coach a good game. Let's see you not get eliminated in round number 2 as a 1 seed. It's pretty embarrassing. That is. Oh my God, we're going to get blown out. That actually may cost him his job. A blowout defeat. Yeah, that's going to cost him his job, possibly. If there's a better candidate out there, we are going to look in that direction. Yeah, as a 1 seed and losing here in round 2, sucks. And then you have OKC and Golden State rematch of 2016 in the conference finals. This time OKC wins. Miami wins the Battle of Florida, and the Thunder win the rematch of 2012. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is your finals MVP. There goes Kyrie, Gobert in Denver, Chris Dunn, Damian Lillard, Fred VanVleet. Any Supersonics? Nope. There goes our assistant GM, though. He retires. So we are going to be adding 2 new expansion teams. We're adding another team to the DMV area, the Baltimore Blue Crabs, and we're getting a 4th Texas team involved, the Austin Bullets. So they will be into effect. Dame and Kyrie go to the Hall of Fame. I hope I didn't add them too late, and I'm able to add them here. So here we go. We are going to approve of that. So then here for the league realignment, Austin, yeah, they got to go to the Southwest. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Baltimore is going to go to the Atlantic. But I feel like Baltimore's got to be in the same division as the Wizards. So honestly, unless I want to put Toronto in the Central, no, yeah. So this is how it's going to be. And then at one point, we will add 2 more expansion teams because you got to have that Wizards, Baltimore Blue Crabs rivalry as I can't speak. We aren't going to have a lottery pick this year. It is going to be at number 33. That sucks with the 2nd round exit, and we end up with the 33rd pick. And yeah, Darvin Ham is no longer available. I mean, Kemba Walker's ratings have developed very well, so hopefully he would maybe not get blocked. We'll see. JJ Redick, I'm going to offer him a deal. I appreciate Darvin Ham coming here and helping build this team up. I will still offer him a 2-year deal, but yeah, nobody really wanted to coach here when we offered him that deal. Now we have built up a good reputation in the league, and coaches want to come here. They want to coach the Seattle Supersonics, who are definitely on the way up with the young core and Zion Williamson. Ooh, Mitch Johnson, I'll offer a deal, who I believe is a Spurs assistant. So we do get JJ Redick, Darvin Ham. We get blocked on Kemba, and Mitch Johnson is probably not going to sign with us. So you know what? I am going to go with the option of JJ Redick to be the next head coach of the Seattle Supersonics. Hopefully the last. So here we are at the protected player pool. I don't know. I'm fine if Demba Bell gets taken. I'm fine if Cody Neely gets taken. I kind of don't want Jubert to get taken. I kind of like what he could be for us as a rotational guy. So let's see how this draft goes. Number 1, Baltimore gets J-Dub. All right, well, that's a sick pick for them. Siakam, Wendell Moore, Malik Monk, Darion Reed, Caravan, Michael Merson. There goes Josh Green. Yeah, so let's see the the Supersonic that ends up getting taken, and it was a Demba Ball, who we signed in the offseason last year. Andre Jackson goes in this draft. Also Iguodala, a couple former Big East players. And we just concluded the 2028, 9, 30 NBA draft. No, definitely not 30, but yeah. I don't know who the best player in this draft is going to be. Probably Dion Reed, who somehow went 4th overall to the Wizards. That was the 2029 draft. We got Lucas Grant at 33, a shooting guard out of San Diego State. He's a wing. I've drafted some big men in the last couple of years, so I wanted to take him. Cody Neely for $7 million is kind of a lot, but he was the former 12th overall pick. Maybe he is a bust. I'm going to pick it up, though. Sylvester Davis, I'm going to pick it up as well. We're going to get a little bit of a mid-level exception. We got to pay Edgecombe. Hopefully, VC not that much in free agency, but I know I'm going to have to pay Edgecombe a ton. Okay, yeah, here's Tatum, of course. Luka, Şengün, Gar, like a lot of good guys here in unrestricted free agency when I no longer have cap space. So, yeah, we're going to pay Edgecombe a lot of money. Ivicic, ooh, yes. Let's actually try to lock him up on a 5-year deal because I think he can actually be pretty good. So, we're going to sign him 5 years, 45. You don't really see those contracts anymore. We're going to pick him up on a very team-friendly deal. Edgecombe, yeah, we got to match a 3-year, $157 million deal from the Clippers, I think. So, yeah, he's going to be making over $50 million a year. And we have pretty much a team figured out for next year going forward. I am going to keep an eye on Hartenstein as the starting center and see if we would either go with Ivicic. Honestly, I may start Ivicic next year because I just signed him to a decent amount. And I'm going to sign guys like AJ Green and Derrick Jones Jr. to minimums as Tatum goes back to the Celtics and Luka goes back to the Clippers. So Zion's starting to regress a little bit. Maybe that is because of the positional change, but we are going to operate with the same, no longer now, not the same starting 5 as next year. I think Ivicic is going to start over Hartenstein. So I'm going to try to ink up Nate Ament on extension. It's going to be about $140 million across 4 years. We're going to pay him that. Yeah, we're going to be a tax team until that Zion contract is off the books in 2 years. And this is what it's going to look like. Yakushonis, Edgecombe, Zion, Ament, and Ivicic with Whitmore, Hartenstein, Hardy, Carter, and Drew Barry. I want to give him some minutes to see what he can do. And yeah, that is going to be the team this year. 3.5 stars under JJ Redick. We are 60 simulator difficulty still, so we'll see how much that affects us. But we get off to a very good start here in year number. Have to actually double check what year this is. 6. Year number 6. Throughout the deadline, we are 36 and 17. I think slightly worse than where we were last year, as the Venom, Thunder, and Timberwolves are all better than us in the Western Conference. They got that OG Randall forward combo, so they brought the Knicks basically 2024 forward combo over there around Anthony Edwards. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder ahead of us with Cam Boozer and Holmgren in that front court. And then you have the Las Vegas Venom, who have, they got Ace Bailey in free agency from the Miami Heat. And they have Agent Abanza, Donnie Freeman, Bill Weber. Okay, looks pretty good. It's an 88 overall already. And there we are, 36 and 17. But these guys look miles better than us right now, which is kind of a shame because I feel like this team is really good. Like Edgecombe, 21, 9, and 6.5. I mean, the 3-point shot could be a little bit better, but two-way like status, he's elite. Yakushonis is an elite playmaking point guard. Nate Ament's averaging 18.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 58, 36. 97 splits, basically. Cam Whitmore, 17 points. He's turning into a really good 3-point shooter. There's Zion Williamson. Maybe we didn't need Zion Williamson, and I got a little too happy there. Ivisic as a starter. 3-point shot is not falling, unfortunately. Hardy and Devin Carter, still good 3-point shooters off the bench. Devin Carter, a little bit more 3 and D. I think I'm actually going to make a trade, though, at the deadline for the first time in a while. So the Memphis Grizzlies have a couple good centers right now. They have Zach Edey, and they have Kaman Maluach. And I think I could fix Kaman Maluach as my center. I'm just going to tell him to stop taking threes, basically. And I wonder if they would be interested in Zion Williamson. Now, there is a little bit of an issue here because Zion is making about 28 million more. So they would have to do about 22 million in this trade. We can get there with Miles Bridges, basically. 400K more than allowed. Do you have a bad contract over here? I mean, Jonathan Miller, no, because he's like a rookie. Sadiq Bey, maybe. So we could do something like Zion, AJ Green, and Derrick Jones Jr. for Miles Bridges, who I don't really want to play. I don't even know if I would. Sadiq Bey and Kaman Maluach. Would they do this? They will not. I do have a Minnesota first, which isn't going to have much value. They don't do that. I would be willing to throw in my first rounder this year as well. They don't want to do that. What about if I throw in also this 31 first? Damn. All right. So can I throw in this first? No. What are these Warriors? This Warriors pick's got no value. What about Philadelphia's pick? It's got a little bit of value. What about if I did these first right here? No. Come on. Why is this becoming so difficult for me to get Kaman Maluach? Please. Okay. Then you leave me no choice. Let me go after Zach Edey then. Could that maybe get this deal done? We would do possibly Miles Bridges and Zach Edey. I would throw in, I wish I had somebody like really good that's cheap to throw in this deal. Like I don't think Cody Neely, I mean, he actually has a little bit of trade value. Does that get me anywhere? And 2 first-round picks? No. Come on. You really just don't want to lose a center spot? I mean, I really can't throw in a center right now. Like I can't give you Vicic or Hardenstein. I mean, I could. I mean, say I did give up Hardenstein in this deal instead of Cody Neely. Would that get it done? It won't. Really, man? Really? Why are they being so, like, I don't know why you want both centers right now. So maybe that's something that we got to revisit in the offseason. I don't really know if I want to pay big money for Mark Williams. I don't mind Kaman over Vicic. So maybe we're going to go last year of the Zion era. And then I'm going to trade Zion most likely in the offseason. So Cam Bruiser wins MVP. Scott Hughes, Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby takes home Depoy. Will Riley drop? Oh, because he's probably playing 40 minutes tonight. And it's something I can't fix. I wish this glitch wasn't a thing in 2K, because no matter how many coaches I fire and go into it, it's just never going to work. It's always going to go back, because like those numbers are insane, but it's because he's playing that many minutes a night. That's like the one bad thing about adding all these teams. It's nice because then more guys get paid, but then you run into that glitch. As Edgecombe was a top 10 player in the league, he ends up on All-NBA second team. All-NBA third team, we do not see anybody. There's all-defensive first team with Edgecombe making it, so now he's a top 5 defender in the sport. And last year, we were the 1 seed. This year, we are the 4 seed, so we've regressed a little bit this year. Yeah, I think Zion would still have value in the open market, and Ivisic is up to he's an 87. So here we are taking on the Warriors in round 1, a team that we lost to in the conference finals, or excuse me, conference semifinals last year, as our leading scorer was Edgecombe, followed by Nate Ament, Yakushonis, Whitmore, and then Zion. If we take a look here at the standings, we were the 4th seed. We had a 5.3 differential, a pretty big drop off from the top 3 teams. Here we go. Game number 1 does go to Seattle, 117-108. VJ Edgecombe with 22, Whitmore with 21, Ivisic with 13. Game number 2 goes to the Seattle Supersonics, 114-94, 48 combined between Edgecombe and Cam. Game number 3 does go to Seattle, 136-94. Damn. All right, 12, 13, and 7 for Edgecombe, but we do lose game 3. And we do lose game 4. So every home team is won so far. All right. Game number 5. That's going to go to Seattle. We win 125-112. Zion with 23. Ament with 19. Edgecombe with almost a triple-double. And we're going to a game 7. All right. Is this Aaron Wiggins? No, that's Andrew Wiggins this time around. Is Aaron Wiggins? No, he's not on this team. So here we go. Game 7. Last time we were in a game 7, Darvin Ham did not get the boys to show up. Let's see if JJ Redick can get the guys to show up. Or is this just going to be an issue with this team? Yeah. Another game 7 blowout. Down by 15. We're going to lose by 15. Yeah, all right. So that's back-to-back game 7s where we just weren't good. I mean, Ivisic is showing maybe he should be the starting center next year. Nate Ament was horrible in round 1. Edgecombe, I mean, his shot wasn't there. Cam Whitmore, still a very good 6-man. He's going to be going into a contract here. Yakushonis sucked in round 1, and I think Zion probably wants out. So Cameron Boozer and John Morant are your conference finals MVPs, which is a little bit trippy just because, yeah, we have the Memphis Grizzlies and the Thunder in the NBA finals as the Thunder end up sweeping Memphis and Shea gets finals MVP. Well, yeah, you guys could... Oh, man. I guess we're going to revisit the Zach Edey or Kaman talks in the offseason because it just makes sense for both teams. Maybe they're going to have a little bit more flexibility to pull off something here in the offseason as we see a bunch of head coaches retire, including Will Hardy. And we are going to have, I believe, multiple first-round picks in this draft. We have 3. Yeah, that Aaron Wiggins pick we got was pick 29. We have our pick at 30 and 32. So we don't have really great first-round picks here. So yeah, maybe not the greatest first year under the JJ Redick era. All right, so now we could just do this trade straight up. Zion Williamson for Zach Edey. They would want Isaiah Hartenstein, who I'd probably throw in this trade for Jalen Tyson. We're going to do this trade. All right, so Hartenstein has been here since the beginning. That hurts to give up. We get Jalen Tyson in this deal, another wing. So we're going to go into next year's season with Zach Edey and Ivisic as the center duos. Ament, and I think, yeah, Whitmore's probably going to go back in the starting 5. And we are going to draft 3 rookies here. Igor Klumov, 22-year-old Russian small forward at number 29. We got Henry Norberg from Sweden, just international guys here at 30. And Darnell Hardaway from VTech there at 32. We're going to pick up the team option on Jaden Hardy. Cody Neely, I'm going to let walk. Drew Barry, I'm going to bring that back. And then I'm going to do this trade straight up. Devin Carter and Darnell Hardaway, who we did just draft at 32. We're going to get Milwaukee's top 3 protected first in 2032. And I'm going to get AJ Mitchell, who is under contract for the next 2 years. Devin Carter has 1 year left on his deal. It's a little bit more money, but I think he's a little bit better. And him and Hardy are going to come off the bench just to be that guard duo there. So play progression, Edgecombe is up to a 97. This is maybe a team that can gel a little bit better than what it was with Zion. Maybe I just ruined the team dynamic with that signing just because I feel like I needed to use the cap space. And then looking at potentially any contract extensions for next year, how much does Whitmore want? Oh, he wants a decent pay raise, which, you know what, is fair. He's 26 years old. He's still been pretty good. Jaden Hardy, we could ink up. Honestly, I'm going to give Jaden Hardy a 2-year extension off that at about $7 million per year. All right, so it's going to be Yakushonis, Edgecombe, Whitmore, Ament, and Edey. And then off the bench, we're going to try to see what Drew Barry and Lucas Grant, a former first-round pick, the guard out of San Diego State, could do with Hardy, Tyson, Mitchell, and Ivisic off the bench. We are 4-star pace and space under JJ Redick, and we'll see how much different this team looks like with not having Zion Williamson on the team, and we'll see if Zach Edey's a good fit, which we're going to get at least a 2-year sample size of. Hopefully it's a good one. All right, so we are here at the deadline, a little bit better this year. Our point differential is looking better, and I think it just gels a little bit better not having Zion here, as Whitmore's numbers are down a little bit, but his 3-point shot is up, which I think I will take that, or at least his efficiency. Yakushonis, man, he may be the modern day Steve Nash at this point. Edgecombe's averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. 3-point shot didn't improve from last year at the moment. Nate Ament is averaging 20 points for the first time in his career and is shooting 40% from 3. Zach Edey's giving me 10, 7.5, about a block and a half a night as well. Ivisic off the bench, shooting 36% from 3. AJ Mitchell has been an efficiency god for us. Jalen Tyson is shooting 38% from 3. There's Jaden Hardy, 44% from 3. Drew Barry, maybe not taking the steps I would like. Lucas Grant, though, I would say has been encouraging, and I think I maybe just whiffed on the Drew Barry pick. And I think I'm going to put all my eggs in the basket of Grant. I think for the rest of the year, I'd like to see him play 20 minutes. I may not play him in the playoffs, but I want to see as many shots as we can get. Like, I know what I'm getting out of Ivisic now and Mitchell and Tyson and Hardy. I want to see what Lucas Grant can give me. I'm also going to re-sign Jalen Tyson on a 3-year deal as well. And the way Zach Edey's playing, man, I don't know if I'm extending him. So I think this is the team I want to see, how it could do in the playoffs. I mean, Cam Whitmore has a team option, so we could pick that up. And then, I don't know. I think I could make a big move. Like, we made a big move last offseason trading Zion for Zach Edey. We could do something even bigger if things do not go our way in the playoffs. So Will Riley wins MVP because, what is he playing? 45 minutes a night? 46 minutes a night. 4.7 turnovers. Yeah, he's dropping 36 a game. Frankie O'Neal is your rookie of the year. He was the 11th overall pick out of Houston. Kelly Marshall, 6th man of the year. All right, looking pretty good. 39% from 3. This guard has developed over time. He's playing for the Venom, and he's playing a normal amount of minutes, which is nice. Wemby Depoy, Isaiah Harwell, most improved, and clutch player of the year. And Mark Dagno takes home coach of the year. It's just like, can we build a team good enough to beat OKC? There's Cooper Flagg dropping 22, 10, and 5 in Portland. They're developing him into a star. Edgecombe on second team. He is yet to like get on first team at any point here, but he does end up on all defensive first team as well, so we know he's a defensive stud. We end up in that 4-5 matchup again. We're taking on the Phoenix Suns, who have Hawkins, Booker, GG, Jabari Smith, and that Turkish center, who's kind of a beast. Efficiency's a little weird, but 92 overall, 22. That's pretty good. They still have Ryan Dunn coming off the bench. Jonathan Mogbo's brother? No, I don't think so. Caden Boozer and Karl Matovich. And then we could take a look here at the stats as our leading scorer was Edgecombe. He just barely beat out Nate Ament. There's Yakushonis, Whitmore, Edey, and Tyson. I like our foundation, and Lucas Grant, 37% from 3. I think there is something there for him to be in the rotation next year. But for the playoffs, Lucas Grant won't be playing. It's going to be Mitchell, Tyson, Hardy getting these minutes here. I think if Vicic can go down to like 17, I mean, Tyson can really shoot. So can Mitchell. I think these guys can get 20 minutes a night. And Vicic shot 35 from 3. I like him. All right. So Edie, 30 minutes is fine. Let's go 37 to Ament. Let's go 30 to Whitmore. And let's go 37 to these guys. Honestly, let's do 38 to Ament and Edgecombe. So can we beat the Phoenix Suns, or are we going to lose again, a disappointment? And we just blew it 3 away. Come on. Why is this happening to me? Why? 3-0, really? Oh my God, man. Game 1, we blow them out by 18. Game 2, we win by 8. Game 3, we win by 17. Damn. Game 4, lose by 7. Game 5, lose by 20. Game 6, lose by 3. And then Game 7, lose by 8. Are you kidding me? Is 2K just playing with me? Is JJ Redick not that guy? Oh my God, that sucks. That just sucks so much, man. That really does. All right. What are you going to do? Edgecombe was so good. I mean, maybe we're just like the Boston Celtics and we just got to keep this core together and they'll build up the chemistry over time. But blowing a 3-0 lead hurts, man. How do you do that? How do you do that? Thunder and Nets in the finals, and the Thunder are just too good. They're just too good. They probably would have swept me in round 2 as well. There goes AD. Sonics legend, Derrick Jones Jr. All right, so Anthony Davis ended up in the Hall of Fame. I guess his jersey retired by 2 teams. And we had like different teams' lottery picks throughout this video, like Philadelphia here, 21. But we never got like a really good one in the lottery. So we also own our pick. I think that was like, was it in the 30s? Was it 31? Damn, 31, which was our pick. All right, I'm going to offer this package to the Celtics. I don't know if they'll take this. It's both of my first round picks. Henry Norberg, last year's first round pick, and Igor Klimov as well for pick 11. Okay, they actually agreed to that because I just wanted to cheer up some of this like depth on this team and like I think trim it down, because going forward, as the number 1 pick was actually just traded for an aging Lowry Market and a J-Dub, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I just didn't want to draft a ton of rookies again that may just never play. And wow, this Roy Buchanan guy looks really good, that number 1 overall pick. And I'm excited about my first round pick. His name is Spencer York. He's a 6'8" forward, 19 years old, out of Syracuse. He's going to be the next Carmelo Anthony. I think I'm going to decline the we might as well pick it up. I'll pick it up on Barry. Definitely Grant and Cam Whitmore, because we could definitely use them in a trade. As Jared McCain is up to a 93 overall. Yeah, like this team, I just believe in, man. I mean, Zach Edey is a free agent at the end of the year, so that could be something that happens at the deadline. But I like the core. I like the big 3, and they're still so young, 25, 23, and 25, so I don't want to make any like short-sighted decisions. You know what? I think I can actually get Zach Edey back on a better extension that if I could front load it. Okay, so we are going to bring him back on that. I can't afford to give Cam Whitmore all that much, or all that money, because Edgecombe may opt out. So yeah, he's going to possibly be traded at the deadline. Oh yeah, let's ink up AJ Mitchell on maybe the greatest contract of all time. Yeah, that is nice. It's like a TJ McConnell type extension. All right, so I'm going 35 minutes tonight to the big 3. We're going to go 27 to Whitmore, 27 to Edey. Chance Whitmore gets traded at the deadline. 20 to Tyson, 20 to Mitchell, 18 to Vicic, 12 to Hardy, and 10 to Grant. I think Spencer York could end up finding the rotation, but we'll see. 4-star pace and space under JJ Redick. I just can't believe we blew a 3-0 lead last year. All right, so we are 30 and 20 here at the deadline. Maybe not where I want to be. Like, I don't know. Do I have to realize that this core is not going to be good enough to win a ring with Nate Ament, Cam Whitmore, Edgecombe, and Yakuchonis? But I do feel like it can be. I do feel like it can be. We just got to get in the playoffs, and I think we are going to finish the season with a top 6 spot in the Western Conference. I'm debating making a trade at this year's deadline. Edgecombe can opt out. So we may, I think I'm just going to wait for him in the offseason. Do I look at a Cam Whitmore trade thinking that I'm not going to afford him in the offseason, though? All right, I want to see if I can get 2 first-round picks from the Las Vegas Venom and Ron Holland, who does have 2 years left on his deal, including this year, for Cam Whitmore. We're going to take a little bit of a hit in offense, but Ron Holland's a good defender. They're going to counteroffer it. I got to throw in Josh Hart's minimum. They're going to give me Lynn Bonner. That's fine with me. All right, so Cam Whitmore, one of the best players in the new Seattle Supersonics history, is gone. I think Jalen Tyson can replace him just fine. He's shooting 38% from 3 this year. And then I'm going to give Ron Holland around 19, 20 minutes a night, and he's definitely going to be a big part of this team come playoff time. So Cameron Boozer wins MVP for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Roy Buchanan playing normal amount of minutes for a rookie, ends up rookie of the year. Going to be a really good big man out of Arizona. They take home 6th man of the year as well in Ding Pate. Wemby deployed once again as a 28-year-old. So he's like in the middle of his prime right now. And here's All-NBA first team, 2 non-expansion teams in there, or 3 actually, I should say, because you got Will Riley in Austin and AJ DeBanza in Vegas. We do get VJ Edgecombe on All-NBA second team. His 3-point shot dropping off a little bit, but is still a top 10 player in the NBA. And we also get Nate Ament on All-NBA third team, who honestly should have been like all NBA second team. 50, 43, 97 splits, 23, 7, and 4. As a 24-year-old, he is breaking out as like a superstar in this league. As Edgecombe ends up on all defensive first team. And let's see, is this team going to be suited well for the playoffs? We end up as the 5th or 4th seed once again. We're taking on the 5-seeded Utah Jazz, who have a beatable team. They do have Dylan Harper. They have Malachi Moreno. They have Matas Buzelos off the bench, but I do feel like we are the better of the two. We won 54 games. We had a 2.6 higher point differential than them this season. Come on, man. Let's go all the way. Let's win the first title back in Seattle Supersonics history, at least in this new era. So let's adjust this rotation here for the playoffs, where I think we are definitely going to trim down the rotation. Lucas Grant, good three-point shooter, struggling inside the arc, is not going to play. Jaden Hardy is going to get around 10 minutes a night for the playoffs. Ron Holland, I worry about the shot a little bit, but I like the defense. He's going to get around 15 minutes. I think we're going to make AJ Mitchell the sixth man. He's going to get about 23 minutes a night. We're going to go 18 to Avicic with Edie getting 30 minutes a night. So they're going to be split evenly. And then we got about 12 more minutes here. I'd like to go 38 to the backcourt. And I'd like to go 38 to Ament. And then we're going to go 30 to Jalen Tyson. Let's see if this team is good enough to beat the Utah Jazz as we lose in game 1, 129-124. Nate Ament drops 34 points, 9 of 23. But Yaku Shona struggles, 4 of 14. 7 of 17 for Edgecombe, 8 of 19 for Tyson. All right, game number 2 goes to Utah. This would be another, disappointing playoff loss. Like 12 of 21, 4 turnovers for Yakuchonis. Edgecombe 6 of 19. Come on, man. Come on. I need you to step up. You're supposed to be a top 10 player in the NBA. Game 3 goes to Seattle, 131, 119. Boom, there we go. That's what I want to see. 7 threes, 30, 12, and 10. Big game there from all the starters, maybe besides Zach Edey. Game number 4 goes to Seattle. Bang, we win the next 2. Every road team has won so far. Yakushonis with a terrible game. Edgecombe with a terrible game as well. Can we get consistent play? Game 5 goes to Utah. Oh my god, Edgecombe has the game of the series. 35-point triple-double. But we get destroyed in overtime. Nate Ament fouled out. Did they have anybody foul out? They did. It was Purdue. Backs against the wall, game 6. Are we going to lose this? Or are we going to be able to force a game 7 here of the 2032 playoffs, man? We have been disappointing a little bit with this core. We definitely have been. Let's see what happens. Can we force that game 7? It's back and forth. Down by 4. Down by 1. We go on a little bit of a run. And we are going to force a game 7. We win 125, 121 on the road. Edgecombe steps up. Holland 11 off the bench. Edey with a double-double. Ament steps up. Yakushonis 12 of 12 from the free throw line. Here we go. Game 7 in Seattle. Are we able to win and advance to round number 2? I believe we should win. I think we're the better team. We have a good third quarter, and we are going to blow it. No! Oh, my God. We blow it. We scored 40 in the second, 30 in the third, and then 20 when it mattered the most. Oh, man, that sucks. That sucks. Another first-round exit for the team. Yakushonis shot 38 from the field. 32 from 3. He's 25 years old. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a question to be had about the 25-year-old, but that is very, very disappointing. You see the 8-seeded Timberwolves going to the NBA Finals, but we can't even get out of round 1, but they lose to Detroit in 5. That stinks. Jones, Embiid, Giannis all retiring. Josh Hart, who we traded over in that Cam Whitmore trade, ends up retiring. Our CFO retires, so maybe we're going bankrupt. Giannis and Embiid, some of the best international players ever. Well, I guess Embiid, no, came from Kansas, but Giannis, definitely one of the best international players of all time, retiring. And the Wizards pick number 1, Hornets 2, Kings 3 via the Lakers. We do own Milwaukee's pick at 31. I feel like all the draft picks I've gotten in this video from other teams have not been good. Do I fire JJ Redick? Do I fire JJ Redick? I think I'm going to give him one. You know what? I am going to fire JJ Redick, actually. He is gone. I'm going to go all in on Ime Udoka to be the next head coach. There we go. So Darvin Ham to JJ Redick to Ime Udoka. Let's see if it's going to be anything different with him around. And we are going to be making this trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, who just won it all. We're going to be sending them Jaden Hardy, 2 first-round picks in this draft, and a future second for a future first. And Max Christie, who does have 2 years left on his deal, still 29 years old, just shot 38% from 3. We're going to get a little bit more size off the bench. So that does hurt trading away Jaden Hardy, who has been here for kind of, I believe, since the beginning, actually, right? We drafted Jaden Hardy out in that expansion draft, so he's been here since day one, but unfortunately, we got to change up the team a little bit. We did draft Frank Shaw with basically, not Mr. Relevant, but close to it. The #1 overall pick was Gus Ellis going to the Wizards, Jimmy Davis going to the Hornets, Ronnie Buckner going to the Kings. Cam Parks looks pretty good. His haircut, not as much. So Edgecombe decides to opt out, looking for a bigger deal in free agency. Lynn Bonner, I'm going to pick up that option. Same with Lucas Grant. Because we can use some of that money in a trade. Drew Barry and Rex Monroe, I will give the qualifying offers to. And yeah, Edgecombe has 17 offers, including a max offer from the Denver Nuggets. The one thing we could do is we can offer VJ Edgecombe that 5th year, and we're about to pay him a boatload of money. I'm not giving him a player option on the last year. 5 years guaranteed, $334 million guaranteed. His great grandkids will never have to work a day in their lives if he's got a good financial advisor. And he is going to sign that deal with us. I'm also going to sign Colin Sexton on a 2-year deal worth around $7 million. Honestly, becomes a trade, like, financial contract just to be able to up that money if it was a deal coming back. That was a lot of money. So Shea goes to the Bucks. Okay, Zion to the Nuggets. Where did we trade him to? Memphis, right? 15 and then averaged 17 in Cleveland. So he's been bouncing around a little bit, but it looks like found a home in Denver, which I know they got some good Del Tacos out there. So that's pretty much going to wrap up our free agency. Jakob Jonas is a free agent next year, and he's making like $28 million right now. So that is going to shoot up to a decent amount next year on his next contract. We get Monroe and Barry on the qualifying offers. Like, he's making $28 million a year. That's going to go up a ton. But we do just ink up Jakob Jonas to a deal over time. It's going to go up from $28 million to $42 million. By the end of it, it will be $35 million. But yeah, there's going to be a $40 million gap between Edgecombe and Jakob Jonas. I wonder if he'd be upset about that. We also just extended Nate Ament and Ron Holland as well. So they will be under contract for a while. Nate Ament's going to go down to $39 million, but it will go up to $44 million soon. Holland, $14 million in 2037 won't be a bad deal. And I do need to waive somebody before the season starts, so that's probably going to be Frank Shaw, our 2nd round pick. So let's go here into the 2033 season. I know I've kind of been like stagnant with moves, but I want to just keep developing this core. I think we could be like the Boston Celtics. I just don't want to trade away guys just to trade away guys, but I think that this big three can get it done of Kasparis, VJ, and Nate Ament. Looking at the rotation this year, I think, yeah, Sexton, Christie can all get minutes. Holland, 17 a night. We're going to go 17 to AJ Mitchell. We are going to go about, honestly, I kind of want to start at Vicic to see what he can do. All right, let's go 24 to the bigs. They're going to split back and forth. Vicic is a couple years younger, about 4 or 5 years younger. Let's go 35 to Ament, 35 to Edgecombe, and then let's do 35 to Jakob Jonas. We can do 28 to Tyson. And let's hope that this team can maybe be a top seed in the West, something that hasn't been too much in this video. All right, so we got up to like a 14-14 start this season. I'm like, damn, maybe this team just isn't good. But then we went on a run. We are 37-15 right now. We are currently the 2 seed in the Western Conference. We're on a 15-game winning streak, and we have the best point differential in the NBA. Unfortunately, we are about a game out of the 1 seed, but I do think we have that almost in the bag as long as we don't go on like a generational choke job. As we have the big three, another year together, and Edgecombe is now hitting his threes, which is great to see. Jalen Tyson, 17 points, 41% from 3, making $13 million a year. He's the stud. Jakob Jonas is basically Steve Nash. 50, 40, 90 splits this year is kind of insane. And then you have Tomislav Vicic, 52, 45, 83 splits. The rebounding could be a little bit better, and sometimes that is a downfall in 2K if you don't have a good rebounding center. So I think we could look into that, but like, we don't have to anytime soon. He's making $8 million a year, which is sick. Edie, we can look into a trade if we wanted to. I don't know, but like AJ Mitchell is a stud, and he's only making like $10 million a year. Tom Holland, wow. Ron Holland, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 50, 32, 97 splits, elite free throw shooter. Christie's knocking down the shots, same as Colin Sexton. I think we're rolling right now. The only person I would think about trading would be Zach Edey, but I don't really feel like I have to. That can come in the offseason. So honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see if this team can finally get it done. So Will Riley ends up winning MVP. I mean, he's playing basically like 50 minutes a night. It's like the modern day Wilt Chamberlain. His Matthew Hughes looks really good. This guard out of Pacific. He is 6 foot tall. Wemby wins another depoy. Rory Buchanan moves improved. He's going to be probably the best player in the NBA soon. And the glitches fully happened for him. Yep, 43 minutes a night. Braden Burry's also 47 minutes a night. Okay. Ime Udoka, coach of the year, 61-21. So maybe JJ Redick. Maybe he was the problem. We're about to find out. We didn't get anybody on the first 2 teams. There's that Turkish center that's now a beast for the Phoenix Suns. And then let's see All-NBA 13. No Seattle Supersonics. Okay. feel a little disrespected, but that's fine. That's the cost of being the 1 seed, and we finally got that done. We had the best point differential in the NBA. We had tied for the most wins in the NBA, and let's hope that we can maybe run the table. So we are going to get revenge possibly on the Utah Jazz. I really like this team. I think I'm going to decide between Max Christie and Colin Sexton for who I want to play in the playoffs. Colin Sexton could have missed a freaking shot this year. Oh my God, 58, 47, 92 splits. But neither could I want to say Max Christie. I'm going to go 8 minutes a night to both those guys. I'm going to go about 15 to Holland, 15 to Mitchell. We're going to stick with the 24-minute combo between Ivicic and Edey. I'm going to go 38 to the big three. And then I'm going to go 32 to Jalen Tyson, who also couldn't really miss a three-point shot this year. So we're taking on the Utah Jazz, who we lost to last year. Melvin Wall looks really good. This point guard, former 11th overall pick out of Louisville. He's like a 50, 40, 90 guy. They still have Bryce Sensabaugh, who's shooting 39% from 3. Don't lose to an 8 seed. Then I'm going to be like, all right, don't do that. Thank God. So we finally won a playoff series. We ended up winning in 6, as Yakushonis was our leading scorer. 53, 46, 100 splits throughout that series. Jalen Tyson was a dog. All right, let's go. Ron Holland, 39% from the field, but that's fine. Just be good on defense. Taking on Minnesota, who went to the finals last year as an 8 seed. Amen Thompson and Anthony Edwards. I mean, they're a little bit older, but that athleticism is insane. They have OG and Zakarski as well. We do win game 1 by 3, a comeback win. We dropped 43 points in the 4th quarter. We win game 2, 138, 129, 57 combined between Tyson and Ament. We do lose game 3, 129, 123. Here we go. Game 4. We lose this one. So I think this is what happened in round 1, as Ant drops 52 on our heads. 32 for Nate Ament. Game number 5 goes to Seattle. We are 1 game away from going to the conference finals, and we ended up beating them by 16. Don't lose 2 in a row. Don't lose 2 in a row. Thank God. We lose game 6, but we win game 7, and we're going up against the Las Vegas Venom here in the conference finals. The 2 teams that came into the NBA at the same time. They have the DeBanson Ace Bailey wing combo. That's a little absurd. Can't lie. All right, so are they playing them 40 minutes a night, or is it for Baltimore and Austin? There's the glitch. No, okay, cool. It's not the glitch for them. Game 1 goes to the Venom. Oh my God, they blow us out. 152, 117. All right, Donta Jordan off the bench. This guy's pretty good. 7-foot center. I was kind of thinking about trading for him at one point. I don't know. We'll see. Game number 2. We end up winning this one. All right, 122, 115. Let's go. 26 and 10 for Yakushonis. 16, 10, and 4 for Edgecombe. I think, though, I'm going to up the minutes a little bit for some guys. So I think, how's Max? Yeah, Max in the playoffs. He's been fine, but I think it's a little repetitive. Sexton's going to get 8 minutes. Holland's been better offensively, but he's going to get 12. I'm going to stick with 15 to Mitchell. I want to go 40 to the big 3, and I want to go, I think, 37 to Tyson. These guys we're riding and dying with. Game 3, boom. We win 148, 122. Nate Ament, Edgecombe getting it done. 19, 7, and 5 for Tyson, but we do lose game 4. Oh, we're going back and forth. Please win game 5. Oh, we lose game 5. Don't lose game 6, please. Don't lose game 6. Yes, let's go. We force a game 7. Can we go to the NBA Finals here in 2033? Here we go. All right, I'm nervous. At least we're home for this one. Just, I don't know. Don't choke it. All right. We have a good second quarter. We're up by 13. We're scoring a ton of points. We're going to choke it, aren't we? We're up by 8. We're up by 8. Come on. We're up by 8. Oh my God, we're up by 5 with 90 seconds left. Oh my God, we're going to blow it. I'm so scared. Thank God we have the ball. All right, I'm gonna play. I do not really trust 2K to pull this thing off. A couple guys I'm familiar with. But yeah, Nate Ament. I wish you were sharing the screen. All right, we could have ran a pick and pop for Ivicic, but Yakushonis is going to get to the rim. He's too lengthy. Yes, let's go. I was not worried about him getting blocked. He's, what, 6'6", 22 and 9 for him. Huge stuff there. He's guarding Ace Bailey. Both these guys from the 2024 draft class. Ivicic is currently in. I don't know if I want to put Edey in, as we're playing help defense. Oh, and we got the steal. Let's go. Edgecombe, use your athleticism. Get down the floor. Throw it down. Edgecombe yams it. That could be the dagger. Puts us up by 9. Ace Bailey turns it over, and we were off and running. Ace trying to drive inside. Oh, that's a nice move. All right, he got me in the air. I thought I was going to get a sick block. So we're up by 7. Yakushonis is like a 90% free throw shooter. I don't think they're going to foul, but he's the guy I want the ball in his hands if they do. All right. Ivicic, don't miss this, dude. You're a good shooter. You're wide open. Oh, my God. Oh, I know I could have wasted more time, but I thought that was a lock. He was going to hit that. Oh, God, you got to be kidding me. Donnie Freeman. He hits that, of course. How does he hit that? All right. Oh, this sucks. Are they going to foul? They're not going to foul. How does Ivicic miss that? Okay, they are double teaming. Edgecombe. Nope, nope. Yakushonis. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Get the ball to Yakushonis. Are they going to send a double? They are going to send a double. Oh, God. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Somebody break this. No, I meant down to VC. Okay, I'm taking a bad shot. I'm going to get a shot clock violation. I suck at this game. I suck at this game. And that's not going to count. Oh, my God. All right, just no threes, please. Oh, God. They're going to go to ace bail here. We're fine. Edgecombe, I trust. All right. No and ones either. Okay, well, he scored. They're going to foul. They're going to foul. Yakushonis shot 90% from the line. I'm not worried yet. Yakushonis' first free throw is up, and it is good. There we go. I trust him, man. We're up by 4. Yeah, put us up by 5. They have no timeouts left. He's elite. He's elite. We trust him at the line. I don't even think he missed a single shot from the free throw line to start off this playoff run, at least in round 1. Just no threes. No threes. Anthony Black for 3. Hand in the face. No way. He misses that. Get it to Yakushonis, you idiot, Matt. And Anthony Black gets a wide open 3. I'm so stupid. I think you probably think I'd try this on purpose. I don't know why. I just didn't trust Ivisic at the free throw line, who I think's fine. I think he shot like 80+%. But if Ivisic misses one, they're gonna have a chance of sending this to overtime, and then I'm actually going to be so upset. He does it both though. All right, so that's pretty much a dagger. Just no fouls. Everybody run down the court. Let them take their long shot. Don't foul. And we are going to be going to the NBA Finals. Let's go. And there we go. We win the Western Conference title, but we are not done yet. And VJ Edgecombe is named Western Conference Finals MVP. Cam, oh my God. This is poetic. This is poetic. So he's signed with the Nets, I guess. They have Kobe Buffkin, Drake Powell, Cam Whitmore, Rob Sharp, no longer having Day'Ron Sharp. They still have Derek Whitehead and Cam Thomas. Shout out to them having some OG Nets. Did they pay Cam Whitmore? Please so. Oh, no, we got too money here. All right. Just how it goes in 2K, right? It's just how it goes. That's why we had expansion teams. Guess it doesn't matter. Game 1 goes to Seattle, 118-110. We are 3 games away from getting our first ring here, and we are pretty far into this rebuild. We are 2 wins away. 2 wins away. We win by 2. Let's go. Game number 3 goes to Brooklyn, 130-111. Okay. 25-10-5, 19-10, 6-5. Game 4. Oh, my God. All right. We get blown up by 40. Kobe Buffkin dropping 30 on our heads. Game 5 goes to Seattle, 126-117. Here we go. We have a chance. Can we win the finals? No, we're going to a game 7 for what? The 3rd straight series? Oh, God, we're going to lose. We're at home at least. We're going to lose. We're so going to lose. Oh, my God. Come on. Oh, we're down by 6. Come on. Please come back. Please come back. You're down by 9. It's now or never. And it was never. We lose by 23. Really? Oh my God. We finally get there. We're up 2-0. We were up 3-2, and then we lose 2 in a row. Oh my God. Am I ever going to get a ring? Oh, Colin Sexton, I gave him a 2-year deal, and he's still retired. Oh, I guess we're never going to get a ring. All right, so we got Brett Watson, a 5'10", 23-year-old out of Clemson. He was the best available, but I don't know if it's going to work out. Donnie Smalls, that's not even a real human being. You know what I may do, actually? I may just download like the 1985 draft class like throughout the rest of this. We're just going to download different draft classes, so we may have, I think, other guys going throughout this. I think that'd be fun to finish off like these draft classes. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some more auto-generated ones, but it'll just be more guys that we're familiar with. So we just lost the NBA Finals, which sucks. I'm going to actually sign Alex Tui here, who is a prospect in the 2025 NBA draft. These guys are about to make so much money. I'm debating if I want to make a trade. We'll see. Like, if Vicic has 1 year left, we'll see how much he's going for. But I still want to just kind of run this team back. Like, we were so close to winning it all, and I want to win it with this core before I have to blow it up. All right, so Zach Edey has dropped to an 87. AJ Mitchell to an 84. Alex Tui to a 79. And Spencer York, you know, going up a little bit, which is nice to see. I think he's going to get some playing time next year over Max Christie. All right, so yeah, Vicic is going to want $35 million a year. So he's going to go up in price. Tyson's going to want a decent amount. Dare I say this is the last dance? I may give Max Christie a 1 year extension on that. In this upcoming draft class, it's going to be 1984. So you're going to have Charles Barkley, you're going to have Akeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, John Stockton. Hopefully these guys aren't like OP out of the gate, but it'll be cool to have some like refreshing names in here. All right, so maybe a little bit of a finals appearance hangover as we are 31-21. We do have a 7.1 point differential, which would put us around 4th in the Western Conference, but with Vicic being a free agent at the end of the year, Jalen Tyson being a free agent at the end of the year, I do wonder if we should look to make a move. As Nate meant, like, super versatile, 41% from 3, 97% from the free throw line, not that bad of a rebounder. Edgecombe, 42% from 3. He's in his prime. Tyson shooting 40% from 3. Kasparis is unreal shooting splits once again from the point guard himself. I would like to bring back EVC just because he could space the floor so well. He averages a block and a half and isn't like the worst rebounder either. I mean, if we do bring him back though, Edie most likely will get traded in the offseason. Yeah, and he wants a lot more money now. So we're going to offer him that. He's going to accept it. Tyson may get tough, though, but I think it's just something we're going to have to cross in the offseason. All right, so Cameron Boozer wins MVP. Igor Klimov, Rookie of the Year. AC Butler, 6-man. Depoy, Ace Bailey. Daryl Humphreys is your most improved. Who is he? 18th overall pick back in 2030. And this Turkish center, Clutch Player of the Year. Shout out to Ty Lue, winning Coach of the Year over there in Milwaukee. Are we going to get any Sonics? We do get VJ Edgecombe on All-NBA third team. He was still very good. And he was on All-Defensive first team as well. Oh, we're a playing tournament team. Damn. 7 seed a year later after being the 1 seed. We went 48 and 34. 5.8 point differential. All right. All right. Maybe not the best in the world, but we'll see what happens here. I do want to adjust the rotation for the playoffs, though. So, Max Christie, Alex Tui, what did he shoot from 3? 41%. Pretty good. What did Christie shoot from 3? Shot 39. I don't know if I'd rather get just York in there, but no, I guess we'll keep Christie. No, let's actually I want to get him some big game experience. So yeah, we're not going to play Christie for the playoffs, or if we even get there. Spencer York's going to get 10 minutes a night. We're going to go about 15 to Ron Holland, who may be our starting small forward next year. We're going to go about 18 to AJ Mitchell. We're going to go about 20 to Edie, 28 to Ivisic. Let's go 38 to Ament. Let's go 38 to Yakushonis. Let's go. Honestly, actually, I'm going to do 40 minutes of these guys. We're going to have to ride a ton on them. And then 29 to Jalen Tyson. Don't lose to Denver. Okay, thank you. We're the 7th seed in the playoffs. Oh, I feel like I have to bring back Jalen Tyson. Just dropped 30. Mitchell dropped 15. All right, so we're taking on OKC. First time playing them in the playoffs. Obviously, it's very cool because the team that took away Seattle. If we do lose game 1, I don't feel confident, though, in this series, as we are down 3-0 just like that. No Shea, no problem. I mean, that team is really good. All right, are we going to get swept? Can they blow a 3-0 lead? Nope, we get swept. All right, so I didn't change anything from last year, and we went to the NBA Finals last year. Nate Ament dropped 29. Edgecombe dropped 25. Damn, Jalen Tyson, not like that. That could be his last series ever as a Supersonic. Ron Holland nor AJ Mitchell played well in that series. NBA Finals, Bucks, and the Thunder. Ivan Jukic, who was the 7th overall pick in 2029, looks unreal. Oh my God. 62, 68, 90 splits, 81 true shooting from a 6'2 Croatian guard in the playoffs. Oh my God. And they have Cameron Boozer. Oh, that's cool that they went up against Shea in the finals. Oh my God. That is insane what he did in the first 3 rounds. All right. I don't know. Do I keep running back the same squad? We'll see. We see a bunch of guys from like the 2015 and 2016 draft end up retiring. There goes Scott Brooks. Jokic and Cat are both going to the Hall of Fame as well. Jersey retirements, Cat by the Knicks and the Wolves, Jokic by the Nuggets. We do not have like a top pick in this upcoming draft where you could take Michael Jordan. All right, I'm going to make this trade. I'm going to send Zach Edey and Max Christie to Orlando for Dalton Connect, who could replace Jalen Tyson. He's 33 years old, but he's under contract for the next 2 years. And I'm getting former, I think, Duke Blue Devil Mark Mitchell. I guess he transferred to Missouri. He's got 2 years left on his deal as well. So let's see how this draft goes. Number 1 pick, Indiana gets Michael Jordan, the shooting guard out of UNC. Don't be overpowered. Okay, 85 at 21. That is pretty good. Akeem Olajuwon goes number 2 to the Portland Trailblazers. Number 3 is Charles Barkley to the Houston Rockets, a team he ended up playing for in his career. Lakers at 4 to take John Stockton out of Gonzaga. Was there another stud in this draft? Number 5, Del Bledsoe. Maybe not, unless I'm forgetting. 6th pick is traded for AJ Johnson, and that ended up being, Alvin Robinson. So we ended up signing Wallace Braun there at 25. 6'7", not 20 years old. Maybe he's going to be something out of Duquesne. Shout out Pittsburgh. We're going to pick up the team option on Spencer York and Alan Dobanovich, as we are going to have to figure some things out here. Lynn Bonner, we're going to offer that qualifying offer too. And here we are. Free agency, Jalen Tyson. It's really tough to try to afford him right now. And I do need a backup center. So I think I'm going to look into the trade market for one. And I'm going to trade Brett Watson, who we drafted a couple years ago, or last year. Antoine Jones, Donnie Smalls, and Alex Tui for Dante Perry, who is a center on the New Orleans Pelicans. We get Karen Collins as well, former 17th overall pick in this trade. So I will offer Jalen Tyson a 1-year deal, and it looks like he will come back on. So Dalton Connect is regressing a little bit. Jalen Tyson goes up, Nate Ament goes up, but it's looking like this team is kind of hitting its ceiling I don't know. I keep saying it could be the last stance, but I just don't know when to give up on it because I want to win a title with this core, with VJ, with Yakushonis, with Native Men. I want to win with these guys. And for the 2035 season, the draft class is going to look like, I think it's the 87 one that I just downloaded. So that is going to feature, or it was 89, David Robinson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Scottie Pippen, Kevin Johnson. Yeah, some obviously stud. All right, 25 and 23. Yeah, I don't know. These guys are in their prime. I thought this core four could really get it done. VC just improved as a rebounder. I don't know why we're not very good, man. I don't. 36 from 3 for Tyson, 44 for Connect, 48 for Mitchell. Holland's even shooting well from 3. Why do we stink? Why do we stink? I don't know. I really don't. All right, I'm going to be making this trade with the LA Clippers. I'm going to be sending them Jalen Tyson and Dalton Connect, as well as Minnesota's first-round pick this year for Isaiah Evans and Khalil Ware. Evans is under contract for the next few years. Khalil Ware can be a free agent at the end of the year. I'm going to make Isaiah Evans a small forward. He does go up in overall. He's 6'7". He's going to be our guy at the 3 spot for the rest of the year. And Ware is going to hopefully be an upgrade over Perry as the backup 5. So AJ DeBanto wins MVP. I may have downloaded an OP Michael Jordan. He drops 26 points per game as a rookie. And he's a little bit older as a rookie, but, you know, he's still a rookie. And we didn't get any of those awards. I mean, if the league's getting better, we got Michael Jordan All-NBA third team. We see he's in the Eastern Conference. What have I done? We did finish the year as a 4 seed, so we were better in the second half, which is nice. We finished with a 4.2 point differential. And we are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in round number 1 here. Oh my God, they got Shea and Ant in that backcourt. They haven't kept Nas Reed throughout this whole thing. Okay, no, he's bounced around. They have Rocco Zikarsky. They have LeBaron Philon off the bench. Trey Mann as well. They have a ton of guards. Oh my God, that team is stacked. That team really is. All right. Spencer York, great year from you, man. Great year from you in a contract year. I'm just messing. So we know the starting 5 is going to be that group. Off the bench, we did lose a little bit of that depth in the trade, but Holland can get like 20 minutes a night. We're going to go 17 to Mitchell, 15 to Ware. How was Mark Mitchell this year? A little scared playing him in the playoffs. So honestly, I think I may go Dante Perry over him. He's going to get like 10 minutes a night. And then, yeah, we're going to play the starting 5 a ton. 32 to Vicic, 37 to Nate Ament, 34 to Isaiah Evans, 38 to Edgecombe. Let's go 38 to Yakushonis, and we can go 1 more to Vicic. Just win round 1. Don't lose this series. Don't lose in round 1, or I'm gonna have to blow up this team. We win in 7. Let's go. All right, we win 131, 123. Yakushonis with 34, Edgecombe with 26, Ament with 23, and we're gonna advance to take on the Las Vegas Venom again here in the playoffs. A team that has really good talent. We did beat them in the conference finals. Was that 2 years ago now? All right, here we go. Can we beat them? Just let's go. We pulled the upset. We're in the conference finals. All right, this team does not want to quit. Oh my God, the big 3: Edgecombe, Ament, Yakushonis. Please get a ring this year, please. Okay, we are taking on the Warriors. Oh my God, the 7-seeded Warriors. Oh, they have this guy that balled out on OKC. Now he's not shooting 65% from the field. Can we go to the finals? Can we go to the finals? Edgecombe, we're back. We are back. We're taking on Jeremiah Fears in the Bucks. We win in 7, win in 6, win in 5. Trend continues, we sweep. All right, we're back in the finals for the second time in this video. We're taking on Jeremiah Fears, Jalen Green, Keyshawn George, Carter Bryant, and Brandon Garrison. They have JT Toppin off the bench, Cody Williams off the bench. Game 1 to Seattle. Game 2 to Seattle. Game 3 to Seattle. And, oh, don't blow a 3-0 lead. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go. I got my first ring. I got it. Edgecombe gets the Finals MVP award. We stuck it out like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown did on the Boston Celtics. We are this far. We are over a decade into this video, and we get it done. We end up winning it all. Hell yeah, man. There goes Jaylen Brown. He retires. De'Aaron Fox, Jason Tatum. Hey, that's kind of poetic. That is poetic that they end up retiring. Let's go. And both of them are heading to the Hall of Fame. So Ime Udoka, you got us the ring. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. So this is the draft. I forgot it's like David Robinson in this draft. Out of Navy, Horace Grant, Kenny Smith, Scottie Pippen. I mean, do we hit a little bit of a reset after winning it all? Do we try to trade up for one of those guys? I mean, they're going to cost a decent amount. So unless I'm moving one of these guys, do I move Yakushonis? Do I move Tomislav Vicic, who was really good this year? And we've really developed him. Was he a second round pick or a first rounder? He was a second round pick. 35th overall. Nate Ament. Edgecombe is making $71 million, but he just won Finals MVP for the franchise. So I didn't decide to trade up. We get this Vincent Askew guy, 6'6" wing out of Memphis, and Dante Kersey in this at the end of the first round. Robinson goes to the Orlando Magic, and it looks like the best player in the draft by far. Reggie Miller, 76 overall, 26 years old. I don't know if he's going to develop at all throughout. Oh, and I do have bird rights on Khalil Ware. That is huge. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal to come back. And maybe we could buy low on Spencer York. Like, if I gave him a 5-year deal and I truly think I could fix this guy, that could be a steal of a contract in the back half of it. So let's do it. Guys are getting more expensive than ever, and we kind of need to get some value signings. So we're going to do that with Spencer York. And we're going to see Holland progress a little bit, but I'm going to change his position to a small forward, so hopefully it goes up. But Karen Collins, this guy actually looks pretty good. I should probably get him some runtime this year. I'm going to re-sign AJ Mitchell to a 2-year deal, a little bit over 13 million. Like Yaku Shonis wants 45 million. Ament wants 55. 61 for Edgecombe. That's a lot of money. But we are going to bring back Edgecombe, so now he's under contract for 5 more years. I'm going to do the same with Nate Ament, just because he's still just 27. So Ace Bailey ends up winning MVP this year for the Austin Bullets. Well, he is also playing 46 minutes a night. David Robinson is your Rookie of the Year for the Orlando Magic. 18-7 as a rookie. Charles Barkley was your most improved this player, as well as Billy Donovan was your Coach of the Year for the Dallas Mavericks. Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game as a sophomore. All-NBA first team. Potentially his son, Anthony Edwards, All-NBA second team as well. 2 years, 141 million. There's Melvin Wall, Tuga Akel, Wemby, and Roy Buchanan. Flag, Edgecombe. There we go on All-NBA third team. All right, so we get VJ there, who's 29 years old. He is getting up there in age. And we did finish the season as the 2 seed in the Western Conference. We're going to be going up against the Portland Trailblazers in round number 1. We finished with the 3rd best point differential in the NBA, behind Vegas and Brooklyn. I mean, Portland, that's no slouches of a 7 seed. They won 50 games. Blake Wesley and Jared McCain backcourt. They got Sean Love, 23rd pick back in 27 at the 3, Evan Mobley at the 4, and Hakeem Olajuwon at the 5. And taking a look at the stats this year, is we got a lot of guys involved. Edgecombe was the leading scorer, followed by Ament, Yaku Shonis. There is Isaiah Evans, Cooper Flagg's teammate at Duke. Tomislav Vicic, on that new contract, is shooting 42% from 3s. He's the next Dirk Nowitzki. There's Khalil Ware as the backup center playing well. AJ Mitchell, he's becoming a little bit more inefficient as he's getting older. So for the playoffs, I did give Karen Collins a decent amount of run. Honestly, with Mark Mitchell, shot 43% from 3. But Karen's shot 39. Honestly, Mitchell may be gone in the offseason, so we're going to get Collins in there. I mean, we also have Dante Perry and like Spencer York. I mean, wasn't really great at one point. He played more so last year. I don't want to give him a shot on the playoffs. Ron Holland, you can get 15 minutes a night. AJ Mitchell, you were definitely going to get 15 minutes a night. Khalil Ware, you can get 22 minutes a night. I will end up going 30. And then, actually, let's go 18 to Ware. 30 to Vicic. Let's go 38 to Nate Ament. Let's go 34 to Isaiah Evans. Let's go 40 to Edgecombe. And then let's go 40 to Yaku Shonis. So here we go. Round number 1 against the Portland Trailblazers. We do win game number 1 by 7. Ament dropped 29. Edgecombe 25. Yaku Shonis 23, 8, and 9. But we do end up losing game number 2. Vicic dropped 23 points in this one. But Hakeem Olajuwon, 31 and 10 against Seattle. We do win game 3. As Yaku Shonis had 27, 13, 17, 7, 2, and 2 for VJ Edgecombe. Game number 4 goes to Portland. Damn, 23 and 11 for Nate Ament, 14, 13, and 5 for Edgecombe. 2 of 12 shooting for Vicic. Maybe don't shoot the ball as much. We do go up 3-2. Barely beat them by 4. Here we go. Game number 6. We are going to win, and we are going to go and take on the Vegas Venom in round number 2. Nate Ament has been our leading scorer. Vicic and Edgecombe kind of sucked in round number 1. So we're taking on, the Venom, who have Debanta. They have Will Riley. Bill Weber at the 5 spot. Looks pretty good. 80% from the field, 75 from 3 in round 1. But we do beat them in game 1. 143, 130. The big 3 getting it done. Game number 2 goes to Seattle. Quick 2-0 lead. Our offense is on one right now. Game number 3 goes to Seattle, and we are 1 game away from going back to the conference finals. 77 combined between Nate Ament and I think that was VJ Edgecombe. It is a new day for me. Yeah, we did win it all last year, right? Just double checking. And we, oh my God, almost blow a 3-0 lead. We end up winning in 7. Come on. Why did that have to happen? That is way too scary, man. That really is. At least we advance, but yeah, when you go up 3-0 and then you lose the next 3, that's not a good sign here. As OMP in the year 2036 is starting for the Mavericks. Wow. It's funny too, because he's been on a lot of teams since the Mavericks drafted him. Game 1 goes to Dallas, 134, 132. Okay, you can't win them all. Game number 2 goes to Dallas. Game number 3, Seattle. 4, Dallas, and we get eliminated in 5. I don't know how. Darius DeCuff is your conference finals MVP. Like, that team is fine. Like, their bench is good, but it's nothing great. Damn. All right, well, we ended up losing to them. Nets swept the Mavericks, and that team won it all. That team really was the 1 seed and the best team in the playoffs. Sure. I don't really think that makes a ton of sense. And you're going to see a lot of notable names retire here at the end of the 2036 season. So yeah, we have under 10 years. We have single-digit years left of this, but we still have a decent amount of time. I think next year we are going to implement 2 expansion teams. We will do that for next year's season. As here in the draft lottery, we don't have any random picks here. As the Knicks get the #1 overall pick, Seattle is going to be picking at 33. And I think I implemented is it the 96 draft class here? Yeah, where you got AI, Kobe, Marbury, Marcus Camby. I wonder if I trade up in this draft. Like the top 10 looking kind of nicey. All right, maybe we do that, as we ended up having Ime Udoka not retire, thank God, but he is going to come back on a 4-year deal. So I'm debating maybe doing something I haven't done yet and trading one of my top guys to move up in the draft. I wouldn't be opposed to maybe moving Isaiah Evans if we could actually get a top pick in the draft. The thing is, like, okay, the Wizards have some cap space there at 4. Can I maybe land that pick? I would not mind Alex Sarr on the team. Do you have anybody that's not too expensive? That's kind of good, but now Bub's making a ton of money. Alex Sarr's making a ton of money. Could I maybe get this Rockets pick next year and pick 4 for Isaiah Evans? They would want my 2039 first, and I'd get Reggie Miller on his team option. Honestly, I'll do that trade. So we get the 4th overall pick in this year's draft. I think we go best player available. So Allen Iverson goes #1. I didn't plan on drafting him at 6 foot. Raptors at #2 are taking Kobe Bryant. That's probably the guy I would have liked. And Stephon Marbury goes 3. So we're on the clock here. Marcus Camby or Ray Allen, I think, would make a ton of sense to this team. Steve Nash as well. He's 22 years old. I mean, he could end up replacing Yakushonis as the point guard. So you know what? I'm actually going to take that. I'm going to take Steve Nash out of Santa Clara. He's going to sit behind Kasparis Yakushonis. Kind of a little bit of a blender mentally, just saying that out loud, because does that make any sense? No, but that's what we're going to rock with as our point guard for the future. And then we also got Willis Garrett. Not a real player there in the second round. Just going to decline that option. So Karen Collins, Wallace Brown, welcome back to the team. Will Riley and Shea could end up switching teams here in free agency. And do we have anybody that's a free agent? Mark Mitchell? Yeah, but I think I'm going to let him walk. Dante Perry, I would bring back on a 1-year deal. But yeah, we got Collins, so I don't really need to bring back Mitchell. We have our 2 centers, plenty of power forwards, plenty of small forwards. How much is York? Yeah, $50 million. So I'd like to play him a little bit this year. We have Reggie Miller. We have a ton of point guards. I think I actually may look to trade AJ Mitchell since we just drafted Steve Nash, which is kind of sad because he's been here for the last 6 years. And I'm going to send AJ Mitchell to the Phoenix Suns for 2 future first-round picks. And welcome back Zion Williamson to the Sonics. We are going to sign a 36-year-old Zion. I'm not sure if he's going to play, but why not? It's the veteran minimum. And Will Riley goes back to the Las Vegas Venom. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes back to the Miami Heat. So VJ's starting to regress a little bit. He just hit 30 years old. Kasparis playing on a 1-year deal. We'll see if we're going to work out an extension with him. Holland playing on a 1-year deal as well, but maybe we just drafted his replacement. Not sure how happy he's going to be about that. And I'm going to give Kasparis a 2-year extension. So then by year 3 of Steve Nash, he could be the starting point guard. Karen Collins wants $45 million a year. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford that. I mean, I'll give Ron Holland a 2-year extension worth the minimum. Why not? And I think we're going to give Spencer York the starting small forward role just to see what he can do. We're going to go 34 to Edgecombe. We can do 30 to Yakushonis. Let's go 34 to Ament, 28 to Avicic. We can go 23 to Collins. Kaloware off the bench can get about 15 minutes. Ron Holland about 10 minutes. I don't think Zion's going to play. I do want to play Steve Nash a decent amount. He's going to get 18 minutes a night. Yeah, like I said, Zion's not going to play. I mean, Wallace Brown, former first-round pick, he can get like, I don't know, 10 minutes a night. And then the final 16, I'm going to give to Reggie Miller. So Cameron Boozer wins MVP. Allen Iverson is your rookie of the year for the New York Knicks out of Georgetown. Yeah, just something with Georgetown rookies to the New York Knicks. Mark Bowen, rookie of the year. He was the 6th overall pick back in 2029 out of Michigan. Wemby still winning depoys at the age of 33. Sheldon Carter, most improved. He is out of Maryland, 18th overall pick back in 2033. Sometimes I'm not going to know when I did like these draft classes, the real ones. As somebody by the name of Stretch Roberts is your coach of the year for the Baltimore Blue Crabs or whatever their name is, as the Turkish center, the #1 pick back in 28. This dude is an absolute baller. Michael Jordan with Cooper Flag, just kind of crazy to say. They're on all NBA second team. Here's all NBA third team with Kareem Lopez. I didn't have him in this rebuild, right? No, I think that was a different rebuild that I had him. So no Supersonics making it. We did get Edgecombe on all defensive second team, where he had maybe the worst scoring year in a little bit, but obviously we did add some other scoring options on this team. All rookie first team, you have AI, Kobe, Marbury, Steve Nash, who came off the bench, 7-5, and then Ray Allen. But we did finish the year as the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We're going to be taking on the Houston Rockets in round number 1. We finished with the best point differential in the West, 58 wins, 3rd most wins in the NBA, 3rd best point differential in the NBA. Oh, they have Luka. who is 38 years old. Wow, he didn't play at all last year to playing this year, pretty much. Darren Peterson, who's a 99. Jarris Walker, Charles Barkley, and Ronnie Buckner, who's rocking a 6 stash. They do have Brandon Miller coming off the bench. At the end of the year, we're going to be introducing the St. Louis Thunderbirds and the Vancouver Kodiaks there. So we'll figure out the, or Kodaks. We're going to, yeah, I guess figure out the league realignment when we get there. Here were the scoring numbers this year. Spencer York showing me why maybe it was a good idea to extend him. 37% from 3. Yakushonis averaged 15 and 7. I mean, he's doing all he can right now to be like, no, don't let Steve Nash take my job. Karen Collins was pretty good as a stretch 4 once again, but he's about to be a free agent. And I think for the playoffs, like Wilt or Wallace Brown, not going to play. Reggie Miller probably shot good from 3. Yeah, 37%. What did Ron Holland? I think Ron Holland, I am going to unfortunately not play him in the playoffs. We're going to go 15 to Nash, Ware, and Reggie. Karen Collins can get 24 minutes a night. Visic, 31's fine. We're going to go 38 to Ament. We're probably going to go 28 to York. Let's go 38 to Edgecombe. 36 to Yakushonis. So here we go, taking on the Rockets, a good Rockets team in round number 1. I feel like we're at the point where there's a lot of talent in this league, as we do beat them, that anybody could beat you in the playoffs. It could be an 8 seed. Shout out to Spencer York, man. And we got this guy under contract for the next 3 years after this year. That was looking like a good job by me. The Timberwolves have Boogie Fland, Ant, Tristan Da Silva, Rocco Zakarsky, Bronny James, and their starting 5. They have Şengün, Hendricks, Trey Mann, all coming off the bench. Are we able to beat them and advance to the conference finals? Bang, there we go. And we're taking on the Portland Trailblazers, a team we beat last year. Round number 2, Edgecombe averaged 12 rebounds. And this Portland team has, yeah, no, they don't have Cooper Flagg. I don't know why. For a second, I thought they did. They have Salam, Podziemski, there's Akeem Olajuwon, and Evan Mobley. That front court with like Jared McCain taking a bunch of threes, that's got to be a lot of fun to watch. And we end up losing in 6, unfortunately. Damn. So you have Detroit and Portland there in the NBA Finals. Akeem Olajuwon is your conference finals MVP. Damn. So we were tied 2-2. We won game 4 in overtime on a monster VJ Edgecombe performance. Game 5, that's a tough one. Losing by 6 at home. That's a game you got to win. And then game 6, we scored 8 points in the second quarter. Yeah, we didn't deserve to advance. NBA Finals are going to go to the Portland Trailblazers. Akeem Olajuwon is your finals MVP. They beat the Pistons in 6. Cade Cunningham is still there. He's in the backcourt with Julio Bethea, who's currently playing at Miami. And yeah, Portland ended up winning it all. The team that beat us. So there goes Devin Booker, Shea. Damn, Devin Booker's 40. Trey, Luka, oh my God. Zion, LaMelo. This may be a loaded Hall of Fame class. Maxey retired as well. Şengün. How many players are about to make it to the Hall of Fame? We did lose our team doctor. Hall of Fame, 5 guys. Luka, Shea, Devin Booker, Trae Young, and John Morant. Ton of guards. Ton of jersey retirements. Luka gets his jersey retired by 2 teams. Same with Trae Young. Damn. LaMelo gets his jersey retired. Maxey, Shea, Booker as well. Ja, and Şengün. So league realignment, we are going to throw the St. Louis Thunderbirds in the Central. And then, yeah, we're going to have the Vancouver Kodaks, yeah, in the Northwest. Guess this probably makes the most sense, right? Yep. And it's a shame that we probably have to break up the Wizards and the Blue Crabs. I know that's a good rivalry, unless we wanted to throw Toronto in the Central, but then St. Louis in the Southeast. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We're going to throw Toronto in the Central, keep that Washington-Baltimore rivalry going. So, draft lottery. I don't know if I told you guys what draft class we are doing. Okay. All right. We have Phoenix's first round pick. Is that from the AJ Mitchell trade? I forget. But come on, give me one. Oh, man. That sucks. We end up number 2. Yeah, so we have number 2, 24 via Houston, 33, which is our pick. Yeah, this is a very good draft class. We are using the 2003 draft class. There's a guy by the name of LeBron James at the top. You do have Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh following him, but we are going to probably miss out on drafting a GOAT. So, guys that we're going to keep, we're going to keep Visic, Yakushonis, Spencer York, Wallace Brown, I mean, he's 23. Reggie Miller's 28. I definitely want to keep Nash, not Ron Holland. Can I keep all these guys? No, I got to not keep one of them. Brown, I feel like makes sense. He's just 23. Then Reggie Miller, who's already 28 years old. When he get drafted as a 25, 26-year-old. I mean, he's a good three-point shooter, but he's making a decent amount of money. So I'm not going to keep Reggie Miller, unfortunately. So the expansion draft, Rocco Zakarsky goes number 1. Cam Christie 2. Darion Reed, Dame Sarr, Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith, Mark Williams. Oh, there goes Ron Holland. All right, so we're going to be able to keep Reggie Miller, which kind of stinks because Holland is making like $14 million less than Reggie Miller. Because Ron Holland was on the minimum. So that is a shame. Does LeBron go number 1 to Utah? He does. Out of St. Vincent Mary High Schools, or St. Vincent St. Mary's, we don't get LeBron. So do I go Melo or do I go Dwayne Wade? People do compare Edgecombe a little bit, like college Edgecombe, to Dwayne Wade. Not like definitely a poor man's Dwayne Wade, but that could be the Edgecombe replacement. And then it's going to be Dwayne Wade and Steve Nash. Let's do it. Let's take Dwayne Wade number 2 overall. I thought about Chris Bosh because of positional need, but let's go BPA. So we're going to finish up the draft. Chris Bosh goes to Denver. Melo goes to LA. Josh Howard ended up going 5th overall. So we get Wade. We got Kyle Korver at 24. Kendrick Perkins, big perk there at 33. And an auto-generated guy we are not going to sign in the second round. We're going to pick up the team option on Brown and Reggie Miller, but there's a chance I could trade Reggie Miller. Drake Powell, Darren Peterson, Darius Cuff are going to be the top free agents. I would like to get Karen Collins back on the qualifying offer, but he may get paid out there. Khalil Ware, can I bring him back on a 1-year deal? I would do that. Why not? Because Tomislav Ivicic is on a 1-year deal. Do I think about trading him? And we do get Khalil Ware back. I think we're going to renounce the rights on Perry and Vincent Askew. We'll see how much we can get Collins back. But yeah, I think throughout next year, we're going to figure out who the next center is going to be if I get priced out of VCG. I'm not giving him $60 million, so we'll see if he comes back on the qualifying offer. All right, so we do get Karen Collins back on the qualifying offer. Let's go. VCG does regress a little bit, but Collins is up to an 88 overall. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we could throw Nate Ament. He is 6'10 at the 5 spot if we wanted to rock that going forward. So we have Evan Mobley doing a farewell tour at the end of the year. I just tried to do what I did with Spencer York with Wallace Brown, and I kind of regret it. 5-year, $85 million extension. Now, I don't know if he's going to be that good, but for this upcoming draft class, it is going to be 2005, so I decided to skip 04. Let me know, like, if you guys like this idea for the longer rebuild. Just because I did one, I want to do a ton now. There's no point in going back. But yeah, this is the CP3 Darren Williams draft. We're going to probably have... this is interesting, actually. Doing Nate Ament at the 3, Karen Collins at the 4, VCG at the 5. I don't mind that. And we're going to have a very fun bench unit. Let's have, like, this bench unit, yeah, get, like, 18 minutes a night, all these guys. Dwayne Wade, Steve Nash, Spencer York. They're going to be running that second unit. Khalil Ware can get, like, 10 minutes. Same with Wallace Brown. I don't even know if I'm going to play Reggie Miller right now. 18 more minutes. Let's go 33 to the backcourt. Let's go 35 to Ament. We can go 30 to these guys. Honestly, 5 minutes a night. Reggie Miller, come in, hit some threes, and we should be good. We'll see how good this team is this year as Ime Udoka, 5-star balance, let's go, is now coaching like Reggie Miller. Just doesn't make any sense. And we start off the year 2-0. And our top scorer so far, Karen Collins. Maybe I have to bring this guy back. We'll see. All right, so Cameron Boozer is your MVP this year. LeBron James is your Rookie of the Year. I kind of forgot for a second that I added him to this, and I was like, oh, he's still playing somehow. He's, what, 50, 60 years old? No, it's a different LeBron at this point, so... it's kind of crazy. I thought that was Dennis Schroeder for a second, but you got Dirk Schroeder from Germany. I mean, you got Dirk Nowitzki, you got Dennis Schroeder, some of the best German players of all time. Yeah, winning a couple awards there for the Vancouver Kodiaks, and Jason Kidd still coaching. I don't think he's in this save yet, because that'd be kind of funny. Here's All-NBA first team with Cam Boozer, LeBron, Guillermo Lopez, Ace Bailey, and AJ DeBanza. There's Darius Cuff, who was on Dallas last year, so Austin's got him, and they have Ace Bailey. You have Michael Jordan, Cooper Flagg. It's just funny. Braden Burries, who's 31 years old. Feels like he should be a lot older than that, but I think he's just been balling out for the last few years. So we ended up as the 5 seed here in the Western Conference. We're taking on the Las Vegas Venom in round number 1, with Karen Collins actually being our number 1 scorer, who's an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. All right, Dwayne Wade had a productive rookie year. He's already an 89 overall. Him and Steve Nash, I think, is going to be the backcourt sooner than later. For the playoffs, though, we are going to maybe trim down this rotation. I don't think Wallace Brown will crack it. I think there's a chance he gets traded in the offseason for sure. Spencer York, 15 minutes a night. Let's go 15 to Nash. We can go 25 to Wade. And then 9 more minutes here. I'd like to go 36 to the big 3. This could be their last dance. 31 to the front court. Round 1 against Vegas. Can we beat them? No, we actually get gentlemen swept. All right. I think it's the end of the era of the big 3. I think so. I think next year we're going to go in with Steve Nash as my starting point guard, Dwayne Wade as the starting shooting guard, and I think Nate Ament might still be here as a 30-year-old, but I'm going to move him back to the 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a sign and trade with Karen Collins. We'll see. Ivicic is gone. I may actually see the trade market for VJ Edgecombe, which sucks. Or Kasparov Kashonis. I think one of them could get moved in the offseason. Let's see what happens here as you have Vegas loses to Minnesota, and then you have Brooklyn and Minnesota here in the NBA Finals. We'll see who's able to get it done between these two teams, and the NBA Finals champion is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. They end up winning in 6. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. All right, so he gets another ring here in 2034. His draft, I guess, counterpart, Tyrese Halliburton from the 2020 class, ends up retiring. Timberwolves lose a couple guys. Pelicans lose a bunch of guys. Same with the Detroit Pistons. Oh my God, they lost like 4 or 5 guys. As Jason Kidd ends up retiring. Same with Billy Donovan. Tyrese Halliburton is going to go to the Hall of Fame, and he spent his whole career with Indiana. That is pretty dope. Do I have like a random pick here? That would be kind of nice. Oh my God, that Phoenix pick. That is insane. Where does it get me? Number 3. All right, I have the 3rd pick in this draft. I kind of wish I didn't have it in this one. Like maybe next year's. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. Maybe the KD draft. But 3rd, I don't think I want Darren Williams or Chris Paul because I do have Steve Nash, but we could definitely use that pick in a trade as well. We're going to keep Ime Udoka as our head coach, but I think this is where we're going to make some notable moves this offseason. I think we're trying to target our next center of the team. So I think we're going to trade Edgecombe. I do. He's 31 years old. He's the best player in franchise history, and he's got 2 years left on his deal. Well, that's anticlimactic. I guess we're not trading him right now. Well, we are going to make this trade with the Washington Wizards, a team we have made plenty of trades with in the past. Kasper Shakushonis and my 2040 first-round pick for Donta Jordan, who I don't think has ever been here, but he is a center from Clemson. He's making $46 million a year for the next 3 years, and he's going to be our starting center going forward. He's in his prime. We're getting Tyler Smith in this trade as well. So maybe the second best player in Supersonics, the new Supersonics history, is no longer here, and he's in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to make this trade with the Orlando Magic. I'm getting their 2041 first. I kind of regret the extension on Wallace Brown, the Duquesne legend. We're going to get Jorge Baku from Romania. His efficiency is terrible. He's not a good player, but he did average 6.8 assists last year, and he's going to be the backup to Steve Nash, most likely. And let's see how this draft goes. The Jazz, number 1, they take Chris Paul. Kings have picks 2 and 4, and they take Darren Williams at number 2. So the best, we could go Andrew Bogut here. We could go Andrew Bynum, one of the Andrews. Not the worst idea. David Lee. I love David Lee. There's Danny Granger, who's 22. I think I'm going to go Bogut, who was the number 1 pick in this draft. Where do I go? Bynum. Bynum's 18. I'm going to go Bynum, and he's going to sit behind Donta Jordan, who we just picked up. And then in 3 years, I think when Jordan's contract's up, we can have Bynum be the starting center. And yeah, there was definitely a drop-off from CP3 and Darren Williams. We got Jason Maxwell with our 29th overall pick. A train we are not going to be bringing here. So Steve Nash, we're going to pick up that contract. I'm going to pick up Reggie Miller's contract, but there's a chance he ends up getting traded. Qualifying offers, nothing too important. So we do have a big free agent in Karen Collins. Ivisic is gone. I think I'm going to bring back Ware on the minimum. Why not? Ivisic actually, does not have a real deal out there, but Karen Collins, that's just too much money right now. So I did offer Karen Collins 3 years, 138. We can afford to bring him back, but Tomislav Ivisic, also one of the best players in the new Seattle Supersonics history, maybe the best center, better than Edie or some of the other guys we had. He is gone though, so it is an end of an era right there. This Ivan Jukic guy is a free agent, man. I remember when he shot like 60 or 70% from the field against us in the playoffs. He basically is like Caleb Martin against the Boston Celtics, but every single game technically against us in that series. He destroyed us. So yeah, we're going to be going here into the 2039 season. I think this is going to be the last year of VJ Edgecombe. I'm going to most likely trade him next offseason, as Dwayne Wade is going to look really good. Him and Nate Ament could be out the door. We'll see how Donta Jordan could be in the front court with Collins. I think I'm going to move Ament to the small forward, and I think Edgecombe as a 32-year-old is going to have a new role off the bench. And yeah, the upcoming draft class we are going to do is 2007, which has KD and Greg Oden, but it also has, I believe, Mike Conley, Al Horford. Wait, Evan Mobley did have a retirement tour last year. He's trying to get too many out of these. But yeah, Greg Oden, Marcus Saul, who was a second-round pick, Mike Conley, Al Horford, Joakim Noah as well. Yeah, Joakim Noah as well. So this is a very good draft. I would like Kevin Durant on my team. So I don't know if I have any other teams' picks this year. I do not. So yeah, unless I'm trading Edgecombe for number 1, I'm not getting KD. We're going to go Nash. We're going to go Wade. Maybe we go Edgecombe at the 3. He is 6'6". He's an incredible defender. Maybe we do something like this. Nate Ament and Collins are going to get a similar amount of minutes. Donta Jordan at the 5. I don't think Khalil Ware is going to play because I do want to see what Andrew Bynum can do. He's going to get about just 10 minutes a night. I think Jorge Baku is going to get 10 minutes a night. 15 to Reggie Miller. We can go 20 to Spencer York. 30 to Collins. Let's do 33 to Ament. 33 to Edgecombe. Let's do 30 to Nash and 31 to Dwayne Wade. So we're going to see what the Nash and Dwayne Wade backcourt can do. It's a new era of Supersonics basketball. I'm hoping for the best for Yakushanis wherever, or no, he's in Washington, we know. Where did Ivisic end up? Please tell me he got signed, and please tell me it's not for the minimum. He's on the Warriors for $18 million, which for all I know is the minimum right now, but he did get a nice deal Good for him. We ended up beating the Nets, a good team to start off the year. Edgecombe had 14 rebounds, 14 assists for Steve Nash, but not Steve Nash-like efficiency. We'll see, yeah, how many assists he averages this year. All right, so we're going to finish up the season with 50 wins here in 2039. We were like 2 games above 500 at the deadline. I was like, I'm going to trade away like Edgecombe and Amet here. But I think we have pushed that off to the offseason. Stephon Marbury is winning your 6th man of the year over there in OKC. Kristanak, defensive player of the year in St. Louis. Steve Nash, most improved. Now is the starting point guard. He averaged 17 and 9. Yeah, this is his team along with Dwayne Wade's. As we're going to see LeBron on All-NBA first team in year number 2. Kind of wish I was able to draft him. That would have been nice. All-NBA second team, you have MJ, Ace Bailey, Scottie Pippen over there in Toronto. You have Tugay, the Turkish center, yeah, who's honestly, it's cool that he's been in Phoenix all these years. Now 11 years there. Kristanak is on All-NBA first team as well, or second team. Here's third team with Akeem Olajuwon, Cooper Flagg, and Will Riley. I feel like he's going to set the record for most points in an NBA career. I don't know. Probably not. But he could get there, kind of get close at the end of this. And we're taking on the Vegas Venom again in round number 1. Nolan Traore, Will Riley, AJ DeBanza, Donnie Freeman, Bill Weber. Yeah, we're going up against them. Asor Thompson, we're going up against as well. As we had Dwayne Wade drop 22.7 points. Yeah, this is Dwayne Wade's team. Yeah, we got to move on from Edgecombe, I think, in the offseason. Karen Collins was fine. I don't know if we'll keep him around. We'll see, but it's Steve Nash and Dwayne Wade going forward. Edgecombe was still really efficient as our small forward. Averaged 8 rebounds and 6 assists. I still think we'll have good value on the market. Donta Jordan was fine. Nate Ament, numbers went down this year for sure. Spencer York's efficiency went down as well. So let's construct this rotation for the playoffs. I don't think we're going to play Baku any minutes, who honestly wasn't that good. I think Andrew Bynum could be the backup 5. Reggie Miller, who shot 40% from 3, can get 12 minutes. Spencer York can get 14 minutes. Karen Collins, do I want to start him? Maybe we do have Edgecombe be the 6th man. Maybe we do something like this. Edgecombe can get 33. We'll go 34 to Collins and Ament. But we're going to go 38 to Wade and 37 to Steve Nash. Washington with Yakuchonis. Looks like did not make the playoffs, unfortunately. How bad were they? They were, oh my God, 14 and 68 with him at the helm. Him and Kareem Lopez in the backcourt. All right. I guess did not work out whatsoever. So here we are taking on Vegas in round number 1 of the playoffs. Can we beat them in advance? Nope. I think we were due. I think we were due to just not move on. I mean, last year we didn't end up winning it all. What did we lose in the conference finals last year to Minnesota? Or that might have been 2 years ago to Portland, I'm thinking of. Wow. Maybe that was 3 years ago. We've only won the finals once there in 2035, but we're going to hope. I don't know. I think it's time. I ran the course too long with the Edgecombe, Ament, Yakuchonis trio. I'm glad they were able to get 1 ring on this team and a VCH as well with that group. I forget if it was like Jalen Tyson or Cam Whitmore at the 3, but yeah, the Venom run the table and AJ DeBanza, Finals MVP. So you're seeing a lot of young guys currently in the NBA in real life retire here. There goes Khalil Ware and Tyler Smith, 2 guys drafted in the 24 class. AJ Mitchell retires. He's kind of a Supersonics legend. I wonder if we will retire any jerseys. Evan Mobley goes to the Hall of Fame. He gets his jersey retired by the Cavs and Franz by the Orlando Magic. And here we are at the draft lottery for the 2007 draft. We do not have any projected picks here as the Wizards get the number 1 pick. So it would be poetic if the DC man himself, Kevin Durant, ends up there. We have to give Washington our first round pick there at 31. So we actually don't own any first rounders in this draft. Ime Udoka's got 1 year left on his deal. Do I fire him? I think we do. I think we're about to see a new era here. He got us a ring. Thank you. But we're going to offer Quinn Snyder a deal. I'm going to offer Ty Lue a deal. He's got to be like 80 years old at this point. And I offer Taylor Hendricks a deal. I'm going to sign Ty Lue. I don't know if any of these guys have gotten rings at this point, but he does have championship experience. We're here in 2039 and he's still riding high off that ring he got with the Cavs in 2016. All right, so I want to see if I can get the Nets first round pick in this draft in Alton McKinney for Nate Ament. We'd be saving a lot of money with this deal. We'd be saving around $33 million. Could I get 2 first round picks in this deal for Nate Ament? Would they do this? They would. All right, so Nate Ament is now a Brooklyn Net. So I wonder if I can get, what is this, pick 2? Pick 2 in Bilal Koulibaly's bad expiring contract for VJ Edgecombe, and we're going to send him to team up with Wemby in San Antonio. They're going to decline that. Could I throw in, like, I don't know if I have, like, a random player I could throw in this deal as well. Like Jason Maxwell, does that get it done? They do not want to give up that pick. What about if I give you my, like, honestly, I give you 3 second rounders. Could we get this done? No. What about my 2043 first? They say no. So could I move Edgecombe a second and Maxwell for Reed Shepherd, who's still a good No, he's not very good. Or he wasn't good this past year. I get Norm McDaniel, who's making $7 million. Not great either, but I get pick 3 in this draft. Would they do that for VJ Edgecombe? They're going to say no. I don't know if I could throw in anybody else to make this deal work. Probably not that I would actually want to throw in unless it's this back. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do this. This is the last trade I'm going to throw out there, and the Suns agree to that. All right, so I trade Edgecombe, who's got 1 year left on his deal, for pick 5 in this draft. I get Gerald Becker, who's a 33-year-old Canadian combo guard. Pretty good season last year. May trade him, but he could be the backup guard to Steve Nash next year. That's for sure. And we get Gigi Jackson, who's got 2 years left on his deal, but also another tradable salary as well. And now I do have a couple picks in this draft. I have 5 and 16. So I am not getting Kevin Durant, who's probably going to go number 1 to Washington. Yes, he does. Team up with Yaku Shonis over there. Spurs at 2, select Al Horford. Greg Oden goes number 3. And then number 4, don't be... it was Marcus Saul. So I wonder if I can actually do a trade with the Lakers. Like, could I take Mike Conley and then trade him for Marcus Saul? So let's say we did Mike Conley all the way down here to the Lakers for Marcus Saul. Watch them do it straight up because 2K is just funny like that. Like if I went to the Lakers and I wanted to get... they have Andrew Bogut. Yeah, they don't need Marcus Saul. Oh, yeah, they would do this. All right, well, they do that straight... Okay, they will not do this. I will hide. Could I give you Baku in this deal? Okay, they do. So we get off that money, and we end up with Marcus Saul in this draft. And I'm going to be making this trade with the Utah Jazz. I'm going to be rerouting Gigi Jackson over there. We're trading Spencer York, who we did draft back in 2031, and he's on the last year of his deal, and pick 16 for Otis Thorpe, who is a 12th overall pick back in 2034. 6'10", 26-year-old from Providence. I forget if he's a real player or not off the top of my head. And then we're getting Karen Trent, who... I feel like he's not a real player, but he's in the last year of his rookie deal or something like that. But we're getting younger there at the forward spot. And Otis Thorpe is a real player from the MJ class. I knew it. I just wanted to make sure. I'm an idiot for even questioning that. Yeah, Kevin Durant's going to be pretty good out of the gate. We get Marcus Saul. Not going to sign that 2nd round pick. So Dwayne Wade, Steve Nash, Kendrick, and Kyle Korver all welcome back to the team. Terry Moore looks like he's going to be the best free agent out there. We're going to extend Reggie Miller the qualifying offer. We may have a little bit of money to play with, like with mid-level exception. Like, we saved around $40 million this offseason. We could go after some guys, but I don't know. I kind of like the core we have right now. Like, it's going to be Nash and Becker. We have Wade, McKinney, and Korver. Karen Trent at the 3. Collins, Thorpe, Maxwell, Bynum, Perkins, Gasol. Honestly, no, I think Dante Jordan will get, like, the last year here as a starter, and then it could be somebody else after this year. All right, so here is player progression where Wade is an 93, Nash is an 89. This is going to be a fun team this year. It's a little bit of a new vibe here over in Seattle compared to what it's been over the last like decade with guys we've had since basically the first offseason where we got Edgecombe in that trade with, I think, New Orleans. Is that the save? I think so. And then we drafted Yaku Shonis and Avicic and those guys we've developed over time. And the next draft class we're going to be doing is 2009. We're going to skip 08, but we're going to do the Curry, Harden, Blake Griffin draft class of 09, DeRozan, and Drew Holiday. And then I'll probably skip 2010 and then go to 11, 12, maybe then do, I don't know how many years we'll have left after that. But yeah, Steve Nash, Wade, Trent's probably going to start at the 3. But yeah, let's figure out this rotation where I don't know if Kyle Korver is going to crack it. Did we get Reggie back? We did not. He got actually a deal out there on the market. So Becker and McKinney, you guys can get 15 minutes a night. Bynum, we could see what you could do. You're going to get 17 minutes a night. Thorpe, you can get about 10 minutes a night. Korver, we'll see what he can do around 10 minutes a night. And then I want to give Marcus Saul around 10 minutes a night as well. We can do 11-man rotation throughout the regular season. That's fine. Becker, you could probably get like 17 minutes. So 28 to Jordan. We'll do 35 to Collins. I want to do 36 to Nash and Dwayne Wade. And we can do the rest to Karen Trent. So see, system proficiency, we're going to go to balance, which is all the way up to 4.5 stars. I don't know if this is going to be a good year. We'll see how much Wade and Nash can carry. But I think next offseason, we can look to add to this team, which I'm excited about. We do start off 2-0. And Karen Collins did drop 30 points in this one. So yeah, AJ Banta wins an MVP here in 2026. He's 33 years old. How many MVPs has he won? That was his third. He won in 35. He won last year. And he ends up winning this year. KD is your rookie of the year in Washington, D.C. It is a shame we are never going to get that in KD's career. That was always a rumor that, like, imagine they compare John Wall and Bradley Beal and KD. I don't know if that would have ever won anything. As Dylan Harper wins 6th man of the year at 34 years old here. Obviously, Beal and KD did team up, but in Phoenix, and it hasn't really worked out all that well. So, any Dwayne Wade on first team? Nobody. You have Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, LeBron, Cameron Boozer, who's averaging 30 points as a 32-year-old. Yeah, he may go down as the GOAT. And then you have AJ Nabansa. You have Charlie Claxton on the St. Louis Thunderbirds, probably playing Yep, 47 minutes a night. The Turkish center, Ace Bailey, and Darren Peterson. Here's All-NBA third team with Will Riley dropping 27 points per game. There's Clayton Forte. I thought that was our Forte for a second, or that guy that on our team that sounds like that, but it is not, as we don't get anybody on anything, actually, sadly, and we do end up as the 3 seed. So, hey, we were a playoff team this year, and which is like kind of a retool year. We had a 9.8 point differential with the Dwayne Wade, Steve Nash backcourt. And we are going to definitely trim down this rotation in the playoffs. But Steve Nash actually averaged more points per game than Dwayne Wade, which is kind of crazy. Like, this is our big 3 right now of Karen Collins, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash. I feel like Collins kind of came out of nowhere, honestly, and is a beast. Where did we draft him? 17th overall. There's Karen Trent. Not Forte. That's what I was thinking of before. So I think we are going to trim down this rotation for the playoffs. Like, I may play Otis Thorpe. Marcus Saul may not play. Corver may play. We'll see. Becker was at least efficient this year. But if we do trim this down, maybe Thorpe, who's cold, is not going to play. Maybe no Marcus Saul minutes. And then we go Corver there. We go McKinney, Bynum, Becker. We can go 30 to Donta Jordan, 37 to Collins. We'll go 40 to Wade and Nash. Karen Trent, I think it's going to get 25 minutes. So I'm going to go a couple more minutes to Becker and McKinney. They're each going to get 20 minutes a night. And then I'm going to go 13 to Kyle Corver. And Andrew Bynum can be the backup 5, who's pretty good this year, actually. So we're taking on the Denver Nuggets in round 1. I don't know if we played them in the playoffs before. They do have Chris Bosh, Coleman Hawkins, and John Stockton, Malik Thomas as well. So they have somebody in high school, somebody in college, 2 retired players, like one of the greatest point guards of all time. Man, that's won, 2 rings with the Miami Heat. It's just cool that we have added all these different talented players this far into it. And we do end up winning a playoff series. Let's go. So where did I send? I sent VJ Edgecombe to Phoenix, and they did not make the playoffs. So Edgecombe does not make the playoffs. Neither does Yakushonis in their first years. They went 21-61. Damn, with him in the Turkish center, they couldn't get it done. Washington was bad once again with KD and Yakushonis. How was Brooklyn this year? Okay, they were pretty good. 43-39 with Nate Ament. Did they win their round 1 series? No, they lost to Baltimore. So we're taking on Las Vegas again. We know that they're led by AJ Dabansa, the MVP of the league. Are we able to upset them and go to the NBA Western Conference Finals? Yes, we can. Oh my God, that's electric. Steve Nash drops 29 in Game 7. We win by 5. And we're taking on another expansion team, the Austin Bullets, led by Ace Bailey in the conference finals. Can we beat one expansion team to another? Oh my God. We blew a 3-0 lead. Really? Oh my. You gotta be kidding me, man. We were real. Oh my God, we beat them by what? 23 points. That is embarrassing. Excuse me, 33 points. Game 2, we beat them by 22. Then we beat them by 4 in Game 3. And then you guys lose by 30, lose by 6, lose by 6, lose by 10. That is, come on, an 8-2. Yeah, Indiana gets it done. Michael Jordan gets his first ring reincarnated here, I think, right? I don't believe Indiana's won it before. Yep, his first ring. He gets Finals MVP. We'll see if he goes 6-0 throughout this. This would be funny if I was able to beat him. Damn, that sucks. I can't believe we just blew a 3-0 lead in the conference finals. I feel like we won a 3-0 lead in this video as well. I'm recording this over like 6 different days, so I do forget sometimes what I did earlier. There goes Quinn Snyder, who I thought about hiring at one point. Scotty Barnes gets his jersey retired by the Raptors. And the Utah Jazz win this Steph Curry sweepstakes. We'll see if they take him number 1 overall. And I'm going to see if I can move Donta Jordan, this Nets first round pick we got in the Nate Ament trade, and a second for pick 3. And they can get a legitimate center next to Seth Tucker, Yakushonis, and Kevin Durant. That'd be pretty good, and they are going to agree to that. So we're going to get a little bit younger. Utah takes Blake, number 1. Okay. I would have liked Blake Griffin. Number 2 is going to be James Harden. All right, so that's a no-brainer. Number 3, I got to take Steph Curry. I'm not even going to look at Tyreek Evans or who's the other? DeMar DeRozan or Drew Holiday. Yeah, no, Steph Curry is who I'm taking. Now, I don't know Steve Nash's future. I believe he's a restricted free agent this offseason. I will sign him, and then maybe in 2 years we trade him because Steph Curry will be the guy. We're also going to be making a draft night trade, and I'm going to be sending Otis Thorpe and Karen Trent over to Minnesota for Ryan Gomes, former 37th overall pick, and we're getting DeMar DeRozan, who was drafted tonight, and maybe he'll be the small forward of the future. And yeah, I can't believe Steph Curry fell to 3. That is kind of insane, but I guess Blake Griffin was a better overall going into this. We are going to pick up the team options on Maxwell, Perkins, who I think I may look to trade these guys because we do have Bynum and Marc Gasol. We have Dwayne Wade coming back on a team option as well. Steve Nash is going to get the qualifying offer. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of big names in free agency. 36-year-old Wemby, 34-year-old Cooper Flagg, who actually got to play in New England. We got to play for the Boston Celtics. Edgecombe is a free agent, but he's about to get another. So Edgecombe is going to make $1 billion basically in his career. I think we gave him 2 $300 million deals, and he's about to get $420 more million. Oh my god. Oh, NBA contracts are going to be insane. That is just that doesn't even make sense. So I'm going to offer Steve Nash a deal. We'll see if he accepts it. They want me to renounce the rights on him, which we won't do. But 5 years, 221 million. Welcome back to Seattle, Steve Nash. I don't know if Edgecombe maybe he's no longer going to get a deal from the Phoenix Suns. So Dwayne Wade's going to be a free agent next year. Collins, yeah, I think we can rock with this. I may look to trade Gerald Becker. Yeah, and I'm going to trade him for Bernard Mullen, Detroit Pistons. We're going to send them Alton McKinney and Gerald Becker for Bernard Mullen. I guess we have either an exception or some money there. We're getting a first-round pick in this deal, and he's under contract for the next 3 years. He's a veteran at 32, but I don't think DeRozan was going to be a 90 overall in 3 years, so he's kind of like a bridge guy. I guess we didn't need an exception for that. Maybe we actually, did we have like cap space? No, we didn't. We do see Dwayne Wade go up to a 94. Collins and Nash are 91s. Mullen regresses a little bit. Bynum going to be the starting center this year at an 85. Gasol will back him up. And then next upcoming draft class 2011 with all the good Ks. You got Kawhi, Clay, Kyrie, Kemba, Kenneth Faried, yeah. And then you got Jimmy Butler in this class as well. Definitely a loaded draft. So let's look at the team. Nash, Wade, Mullen, Collins, Bynum, perfect. We're going to have Steph Curry as the sixth man, Marc Gasol, Kyle Korver, DeMar DeRozan off the bench, a little bit more exciting. We can see what Kendrick Perkins can do in some minutes. I'm going to go about 20. We'll actually do 19 to Gasol, 17 to Korver, 25 to Steph off the bench, 27 to Bynum, 33 to Collins, maybe 28 to Mullen. Let's go 34 to the backcourt. Hopefully we could be a top 3 seed in the Western Conference once again. 4.5 star balanced. We start off the season with a road. Come on. Start off on a good note and beat San Antonio on the road, please. There we go. We start off with a nice road win. All right, so AJ DeBanza wins MVP once again. That's his 3rd straight. James Harden takes home Rookie of the Year for the Memphis Grizzlies as a 20-year-old here in 2041. Stephon Marbury is your 6th man of the year. Akeem Olajuwon Depoy. Most improved goes to Andrew Bynum. Michael Jordan, Clutch Player of the Year. And there's Ty Lue, who is your Coach of the Year. Let's go for your Seattle Supersonics as we don't get anybody on an All-NBA team. Of course not. Why? How is Dwayne Wade? Maybe Steve Nash. Maybe it'll be Steph when he eventually starts for us. So you got Jeremiah Fears and David Robinson on All-NBA 3rd team. Yeah, this is a crazy rebuild with some of the names. Here's our rookie first team, where we do see Steph, who's already up to an 86 overall, 50, 40, 90 season. I don't know what this means for Steve Nash on this team, but we just got a 1 seed with Steve Nash as the starting point guard, who's my favorite player of all time. Number 2 seed is the Las Vegas Venom. We finished with an 11.5 point differential. Bernard Mullen, 39% from 3, 97% from the line. There's Dwayne Wade, whose numbers have kind of gone down offensively since his sophomore year. Nash, 37 from 3, 8.5 assists. Karen Collins, I did just extend because then it could maybe be traded in the offseason. But Andrew Bynum, breakout is here. Man is kind of talented at the center spot. There's Steph. Marc Gasol averaged 9 and 6 this year, 50% from the field. Kyle Korver, 47% from 3. And there's DeMar DeRozan, 56% from the field. So I think for the playoffs, we're not going to play Kendrick Perkins. Sorry, Big Perk. You are like fine, but we are going to use those 10 minutes elsewhere. I think we're going to go 36 to Nash, 36 to Wade. And then let's go 33 to Andrew Bynum as well. We're taking on Houston in round 1. Matthew Hughes, Dwight McKinney, Danny Granger at the 3, just put up 21. They have Charles Barkley at the 4. Mo Williams coming off the bench. Damn, his forehead looks massive there. And let's see if we're able to beat them. We should. And we end up gentlemen sweeping them. So we're taking on OKC. Always fun taking on Seattle versus OKC. Like, that's a cool matchup. Dwayne Wade hearing me saying he was kind of disappointing this year. He drops 25 a night in round 1. We're taking on the Thunder, who have Cameron Boozer, Damian McNeely. They have Stephon Marbury coming off the bench. Yeah, Cameron Boozer is like low-key kind of the go to this, and we do end up winning in 5. All right, so we're taking on the Venom here in the conference finals. Back to the conference finals. Wait, Nash put up 24 and 10 in the quarterfinals. That is insane for Steve Nash to be like that score first. Can we finally get through to Banza and Will Riley? Oh my God, they're putting up 26, 31 points in the playoffs, 28. Jeez, they're putting up like 60 points per game in the playoffs. Are they playing 40 minutes a night, or are their minutes proper? No, their minutes are actually proper, and they've just Bill Weber at the 5, who's been rock solid for them. Game 1 goes to Vegas. Game 2 to Vegas. Game 3 to Seattle. 4 to Vegas. Can we go back down 3-1? No, we lose in 5. We lose in the conference finals again. Oh, the team is too stacked. Can they lose Riley or Banza, please? And they win finals MVP. All right, so here we are, 2041 offseason. I have 1 ring. I have 1 ring in 16 years. That's how tough this rebuild has been. And maybe it's a breath of fresh air for some of you guys that think I win too much at times. So this one has definitely been a challenge. 2 former number 1 overall picks, Ant and Paolo. head to the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Reese Shea getting his jersey retired by the Atlanta Hawks. And we do have the 14th pick in the lottery via the Orlando Magic. We own our pick at 35. This is the 2011 draft class, so there could definitely be somebody good at 14. Keeping Ty Lue as the head coach. All right, I'm making a pretty big trade. I'm trading Karen Collins, who is 27 years old, for Peja Stojakovic, 39% from three, 6'10". He's now on the Chicago Bulls, making $55 million a year, and I'm getting a first-round pick in this deal. We're switching things up. Karen Collins, a homegrown star, is gone. So we ended up taking Chandler Parsons with our first-round pick. Kawhi went number 1 to Toronto. That's kind of fitting. Clay goes to the Knicks there at 3. Kemba Walker to the Spurs. And yeah, we're going to sign Chandler Parsons, who we took at 14. Andrew Bynum and Marcus Gasol and Jason Maxwell, I'm going to give or pick up their team options. Qualifying offers, Korver, Perkins, and Dwayne Wade. All are definitely going to get those deals. I think I am going to trade Bernard Mullen here. I just don't know. Like, I'd like to trade him for a power forward. As Dwayne Wade gets a deal from the Rockets, 4 years, 232. I'm matching that. And I'm going to make this trade with the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to be sending them Bernard Mullen, who's 33, Jason Maxwell, and Chandler Parsons, who we just drafted, for Kevin Willis, who is a power forward. Not the greatest power forward in the world, but we could look to upgrade that at the deadline. And Marcus Daniels, we're getting in this trade as well. I got offered Kyrie Irving, but I have Stephen Nash. I don't really need Kyrie. We're going to bring back Perkins. We actually have like $15 million in cap for the first time ever. Even with bringing back, I don't know if that's with Dwayne Wade. No, the Dwayne Wade contract hasn't hit yet. So, yeah, we don't really have any cap once again. Negative $67 million. LeBron stays with the Utah Jazz. Dennis, or no, that's Dirk Schroeder. He's an absolute beast over there in Atlanta. Oh, and Edgecombe got $66 million a year for Philly after playing last year with the Sixers as well. As Dwayne Wade is regressing a little bit. Weird. You just got paid. So, we have basically Nash, Wade, and Peja. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna bind him at the 5. Willis probably at the 4. Curry being the 6th man. Unless Marcus All could hit 3s, I'd put him at the 4. All right, so it's gonna be the starting 5 that I said it was gonna be. Curry, Marcus All, DeRozan, Korver, coming off the bench. But I think I'm probably gonna look to move like Willis, Daniels, and maybe a first at the deadline. We are 4-star balanced. I don't believe we have that many years left of this rebuild, right? Like, we may only have like 2 or 3 more years left. So I'd like to win 2 or 3 more rings, but we keep losing in the conference finals. All right, so we are killing it this year. 45-6. And I know if it's like not broke, don't fix it. But I kind of want to upgrade the power forward spot. And I want to trade Kevin Willis, who's not been great this year. I just don't feel like I could put DeRozan there. Marcus Gasol's not really taking in any 3, so I don't know about like him and Bynum, even though we could really throw it back and do a double big man. Shout out to Bynum averaging a double-double. But yeah, this team is really good. We are probably the best like 3-point shooting team in terms of volume. We're up there because of Nash taking, what, 8 threes a night, 45%. Peja, 8.7 threes a night, 42%. Steph's only taking 4 threes a night. It's just because he's not starting yet. But I think for the final year, we'll probably start Steph to see what we could do. All right. I don't know much about this guy, but Pasike Gary from Hungary, 16th overall pick back in 2034. We're going to trade for him. We get Bryson Tilley in this deal, kind of just money I could shed off in the offseason. We're giving them 2 future Supersonics picks, Marquise Daniels and Kevin Willis. They're going to agree to that. I kind of just low-key, I don't know. I kind of want to just see what we can do with Marcus Gasol at the 4. And Debanza wins MVP once again. Great. So we're probably going to play them in the playoffs. We're probably going to lose. Shout out to Mike Conley balling out there for the LA Lakers. Hakeem Olajuwon winning DPOY. Yeah, this guy gives you 24 and 13 every single night. Jared Jack, most improved. Shout out to him. And then KD's your clutch player of the year. Oh my God, we went 73 and 9. All right. So you got LeBron, Debanza, Boozer, Jordan, and KD. Legends on all NBA first team. Linwood Dudley, Allen Iverson, David Robinson, Clayton Forte, and Hakeem Olajuwon on second team. Guillermo Lopez, Jeremiah Fears, Will Riley, Melo, and Bynum on third team. Wemby is on the Milwaukee Bucks. Andrew Bynum getting on all defensive second team. We went 73 and 9. If I lose to the Las Vegas Venom in the playoffs, I will be very upset. I will be, because we have such a good team, man. Like, Steve Nash is him. 43% from 3, 96. Maybe I do trade Steph Curry if it comes down to it. I mean, this team is loaded for the playoffs. We are not going to, I think, we're going to, continue to play Bynum and Gasol. I think it can work in this era now. 32 minutes a night to those guys. DeRozan was pretty good this year. Korver pretty good as well. He ended up shooting 47% from 3. I'm going to go one more to Dwayne Wade, and I'm going to hope for the best. Our point differential this year was 19.2. All right. Come on. Beat Denver in round 1. Let's just go to the conference finals with no questions asked, and then we can finally beat Las Vegas. All right, we sweep them. Let's go. And the Venom lose to OKC in round 1. What would you look at that? Taking on New Orleans in round number 2. They got this Jukic guy who's torched me before in the playoffs. Let's see if we can beat them and go, yep, 8-0, 8-0. And we're going up against the team that stole our team from Seattle, the OKC Thunder, in the conference finals. Shout out to what Andrew Bynum is doing in these playoffs. He's balling out. Can we beat Cameron Boozer and the OKC Thunder to go to the 2042 NBA Finals? Please? Yes, we can. We win in 6, and the Sonics are back in the NBA Finals. We're going up against the Baltimore Blue Crabs, who have Nikola Topic, who does not look very happy in his photo. LZ Harrington, Michael Merson, Roy Buchanan. This #1 pick from Arizona has been a beast for the last 11 years. They have Greg Oden at the 5. Okay. So here we go. Can we get it done and win it for the first time in a while, and we lose game 1 by 21 points? All right, they're not playing everybody 48 minutes a night, which is nice. We do win game 2, 102-91. Peja goes 6 of 16. Marcus All 2 of 13. Steve Nash 3 of 13, and we still won. Game 3 goes to Baltimore. I'm scared. I really am. I think we're going to trim down this rotation, though, as we're backs against the wall, kind of. Gary, I don't know if I'm going to play. Corver, I think I will play. We're going to go 8-man rotation. I'm going to bump down DeRozan's minutes to 18 a night. Steph, you could stay at 25. Let's go 35 to Bynum. Let's go 38 to Stojakovic. 39 to Wade. I'm going to go 38 to Nash. I don't even know if we can play Curry this much because the backcourt is playing a lot. Game 4 goes to Baltimore. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Marcus All played 45 minutes in this game. Oh, damn. All right. 3-2. We're staying alive. Marcus All and Bynum are playing 44 and 45 minutes a night. I guess it's because I don't really have a true backup center. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get, I think, man, how tall is Peja? 6'10". Let's do a little bit of stretch 4 action. Let's do this. I'm going to go, you know what? This is how we're going to save our season. We're going to go 24 minutes to Marcus All. That is fine. We're going to get Steph Curry in the starting 5. I'm bumping Wade down to the 3. I am. Curry, you're getting 36 minutes a night. This is how we save our season. Game 6. This is how we save our season. Let's go. Peja with 25. Game 7 of the finals here in 2042. Do not come down 3-1 just to lose this, please. We get outscored by 6 in the first. We outscore them by 12 in the second. We outscore them by 10 in the third. And the Seattle Supersonics should be getting another ring. Oh, man, it feels good. It feels good. Like, getting a ring with this core with Dwayne Wade, Steve Nash, Peja. I mean, like, we kind of recently got Peja, but we drafted Bynum. We pretty much drafted everybody here. Like, we drafted Nash, Wade, Curry. We drafted Marcus Saul. We traded for him on draft night. We drafted Andrew Bynum, drafted Kyle Korver. It's really just Peja that we ended up trading for, who we got coming off some screens. Oh, Steve Nash in the corner. Yes, sir. We have, like, elite 3-point shooters on this team. Well, of course he misses that. Curry with 30. I don't know. Maybe we try Dwayne Wade at the 3 next year. It's a little bit undersized, but I think that's what I go with. I think we go with Nash, Curry. There are some issues with that in the backcourt, but then we go with Wade at the 3, Peja at the 4, and Bynum at the 5. Bynum can't shoot, but everybody else can honestly hit threes at an elite rate. Maybe not Dwayne Wade, but obviously Steph can. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Let's go, Curry. And finals MVP is going to be Steve Nash. Let's go. Supersonics legend. So we do have 2 more years left. That was year number 18. We're seeing a lot of notable names, a lot of 2024 draft picks and 2025 draft picks retire at the end of the year. There goes Kenny Atkinson. Legendary head coach retires. Wemby retires. He's going to get his jersey retired by the Spurs, who spent 17 years there. He goes to the Hall of Fame as well. The Bulls win the lottery, so they're going to get the hometown kid and Anthony Davis at the #1 pick. Nets at 2, Knicks are 3. Not a good year for New York basketball fans, but hey, they ended up doing pretty well in the lottery. And our draft picks weren't that good. There was only a certain amount of like real players in this draft, but Andre Drummond going #2, Damian Lillard going #7 is kind of crazy. We're going to pick up the team options on Curry, Marcus Gasol, and DeMar DeRozan. Blake Griffin is up to an 87 overall, KD at a 94. We're about to pay Andrew Bynum a ton of money here as he's going to hit free agency. We'll see if Turkish Centerman is going to leave the Phoenix Suns and if he's going to join a new team in free agency. I'm going to match any deal Andrew Bynum gets. Oh, and I guess that Piske guy is a free agent, unfortunately. So I don't even know if I'm going to get bird rights on him. Let's see. Do I get bird rights on him? I do not. That stinks. And we're going to bring back Andrew Bynum on a 2-year extension, the final 2 years of this rebuild. Player progression, Dwayne Wade, still the highest overall on the team. Peja and Nash at 92s. Curry goes up to an 86. I think I'm going to start him at the 3 this year. Damn, at the end of the year, VJ Edgecombe may retire. And we definitely should be retiring his number. We are going to do the final draft class being 2018. It's a loaded one, but they'll only get like 1 year left because we do have 2 years left of this. I'm going to do Peja at the 4, Steph at the 2, Dwayne Wade, who is 6'4" at the 3, so a little bit undersized. I'm going to go about 10 minutes to Bryson Tilley. We're going to go 22 to DeRozan, 15 to Korver. We still have Big Perk on the team, but he is not going to get that many minutes. We're going to go 24 to DeRozan, 24 to Gasol. We'll do like 24 to Bynum throughout the regular season, and then he may play more in the playoffs. We're going to go 34 to Curry, Nash, Wade, and Peja. And we can honestly do 35 to all these guys. And we will go 36 to Nash, Wade, and Peja as of now. We are 4-star balanced under Ty Lue. Let's go back to back. And yeah, Agent Abenta wins another MVP here in 2043. Anthony Davis, Rookie of the Year for the Bulls. Stephon Marbury, he ends up winning 6th Man of the Year in Austin. So maybe that glitches. Figure it out. I'm not too sure. Akeem Olajuwon, Depoy, Danny Granger, Most Improved. Nope, he's still playing 46 minutes a night. Harden, Clutch Player of the Year. And we go 71-11. And that gives us a 1 seed once again. We have owned Denver pretty much in the playoffs. I think Marcus Camby was a Nugget at one point in his career. Like, I know he was a Knick. I believe he was a Rocket as well. Our leading scorer was Steph Curry. 24 years old, playing the shooting guard position, 39% from 3, 96 from the line. Him versus Steve Nash, who's like more efficient, would be a very fun race. And yeah, Bynum was really good in 24 minutes a night. You can see the per 36. So I'm going to go, I think, about 30 minutes to Bynum. We're going to go about 18 to Marcus Gasol, who's one of the best backup centers we can have. DeRozan's going to be the 6th man, 22 minutes a night. Kyle Korver shot 40% from 3. Bryson Tilley, pretty efficient as well. So I just got 2 more minutes. Let's go 37 to Wade. And we'll go 36 to Curry. All right, let's ride here. Let's beat the Denver Nuggets in round number 1. And if I can end the video off on a 3-peat, that'd be pretty sick. The Warriors had one Steph Curry in the past, but they don't have one now. And we could have the better one. And Steph Curry and the Seattle Supersonics beat them in 4. We are 8-1 in the playoffs going up against the Thunder in the conference finals. I feel like the Vegas Venom are ducking us. They never want to lose to us, so they're losing before they have to play us. And they were able to keep most of this core together. The Riley, DeBanza, Freeman, and Weber core. How long has Melvin Wall been there? Just 1 year, basically. Okay. Well, yeah, we're taking on OKC here. Let's beat Cameron Boozer and go to the NBA Finals. Bang, there we go. We win in 5. Nash with Conference Finals MVP. All right, MJ. You went 6-0 in your career in the finals. You're 1-0 in this. Could we end that for you here? We win game 1. We win game 2. Oh, man, are you going to get swept? Oh, man, MJ, that's not good for your resume. He gets swept. Steve Nash is your finals MVP, and the Seattle Supersonics win ring number 3 here in 19 years in this rebuild. We got 1 year left, year number 20. Let's get 4 rings. So Cade, McCain, Edgecombe, yep, retires. Kasper, Shakashonis, Ace Bailey, all retire as well. There goes Bryson Tilley. Damn, leaving 21 million on the table. Ty Lue retires. Why does it say he's a Celtic? That's just not true. There goes Ace. That's all Rocco Zikarsky. Okay, that's glitch. But Ace, Edgecombe, Cade, Jeremiah Fears, and Jasper Johnson all heads to the Hall of Fame. We do retire Kasparis's and Vija Edgecombe's numbers, as we should. The Atlanta Hawks may get Luka Doncic. Kind of ironic. Pelicans at 2, Nets at 3. So we needed a new head coach for the final year. Kemba still an assistant coach. Come on. How are they blocking him every year? Like, he can come be the coach here. We could try to get Chris Finch, who's still a real coach. Bring back Ime Udoka. Don't really want to do that. So unfortunately, Chris Finch rejects us and Kemba Walker blocks us. So we may get like a random head coach here. Wes Unseld Jr. for the final year. Let's get a real guy in here. Is he going to accept our deal? No, he rejects it. Why does nobody want to sign with us? We're the best position team in the NBA pretty much. And we are going to get Ryan Saunders or Brian Shaw. We'll get Brian Shaw to be the next head coach for the Supersonics. We do get an assistant that doesn't get blocked by his current team. So we ended up with Jared Vanderbilt at 21 and Wenyen Gabriel at 36. So a couple former LA Lakers and Kentucky Wildcats, right? So the number 1 pick was actually DeAndre Ayton. Number 2, Bagley. 3, Triple J. 4, Luka goes to Phoenix. Kevin Knox goes 5. Trae Young goes 6 to Sacramento. Picking up the team options on Curry and DeRozan. We're about to pay Marcus Gasol a lot of money to be the backup center. And I think this rebuild is ending at the perfect time. 5 years, 219. That's a lot of money. But yeah, like Curry's a free agent next year. DeRozan's a free agent next year. They'd be wanting max contracts as well. So I'd probably have to trade away like Nash, Wade, or Peja. Peja and Bynum are free agents as well. Yeah, thank God it's the last year. As Dwayne Wade progresses a little bit, Nash is up to a 93, Bynum 88, Gasol 88. There we go. All right, so figuring out the team, I think we're going to do what we did. That's been working. We're going to go Steph at the 2. We're going to play a little bit more small for the regular season. Bynum and Gasol are going to get the same amount of minutes. We're going to go 24 to DeRozan. I think Big Perk and Korver, yeah, I'm going to get the minutes there just because Bryson Tilley retired. I got about 11 more minutes. Let's make sure everybody here gets 33. Let's go 34 to the big four. And then let's go, honestly, one more to Bynum, one more to Gasol. We are 4-star balanced under Brian Shaw. We'll see if he's able to win as a head coach in our final year, now that Ty Lue ended up retiring. Finals rematch from 2 years ago. We get blown out on opening night. So in the final year, Cameron Boozer just drops 33 points and 12 rebounds on 64% true shooting and takes an MVP away from AJ Debance. And now he's 36 years old. He wins his 6th MVP of his career. He's OP. DeAndre Ayton actually gets Rookie of the Year. All right, shout out to Ayton. Mike Conley, 6th Man of the Year. LeBron, Depoy, something he never got in his career. AD, Most Improved. AI, Clutch Player of the Year. Chris Finch gets Coach of the Year. All-NBA First Team, you have Darren Peterson, KD, Guillermo Lopez, LeBron, and Boozer. Here is Second Team. A lot of A's, and then you got Michael Jordan. And then there's Third Team, where I don't know where the Turkish center guy went, but yeah, we didn't get anybody on an All-NBA team. No Bynum either, as we ended up as the 3 seed. Maybe that's finals hangover. Maybe that's losing Ty Lue and going to Brian Shaw. But we did finish with the best point differential in the NBA at an 11.7, which is nice. Taking a look here at the stats, where we averaged 19.5 with Curry, 16.5 with Wade, 7.5 assists for Dwayne Wade, which is kind of sweet. 3 guys averaging over 6.5 assists a night. And then finally, the rotation for the playoffs. I think Korver can get 15, but I'm going to go 10 minutes to Perkins. We're going to probably go like 18 to Gasol, 24 to DeRozan, who's an 88 overall. We're going to go 30 to Bynum, 35 to Stojakovic. We're going to make sure all these guys get 35. And we're going to go 36 to Wade, Nash, and Peja. We're taking on the Vegas Venom to You Can't Run From Us Now. They got that elite 2 through 5. Oh, and yeah, they have CK Gary, who we could not re-sign. It's definitely not Gary. It's maybe Garai or something. But we end up winning in 5. We finally beat the Vegas Venom in the playoffs. All right. Now we're taking on the Lakers, who do have Mike Conley, who we technically drafted. They also have Melo, Dwight McKinney, John Stockton. Conley coming off the bench with Andrew Bogut. Are we able to beat them and go to the conference finals? Yes, we can. We win in 6. And we're taking on the Thunder again. I feel like this is the 3rd year in a row we're taking them on. Steph dropped 24 points in round 2. Can we beat the Thunder? Can we beat Cameron Boozer and go to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. We sweep them. And we're going up against Rick Walton and the Milwaukee Bucks, who don't have Wemby anymore, but they do have Kyrie here in the NBA Finals. Can we end the year? Can we end the video off, this very long video, off on a 3-peat and get our 4th ring? Can we beat them? Yes, we can. We win in 6 and we 3-peat to end the video. I'm glad, because I was scared we were going to end this video off with just 1 ring, as Steve Nash gets Finals MVP. And that is it. 20 years in. There goes Ivicic. He ends up retiring. I just wanted to see this year's Hall of Fame class. There goes down to Jordan as well. Steve Kerr ends up retiring. We do retire Nate Amen's jersey number. Donovan Freeman retires as well. So yeah, nobody actually went to the Hall of Fame. And I just kind of wanted to see the league history here. You can see the NBA history. Nash 3-peated with Finals MVPs. He's like on his MJ era. Debance got a couple. Cameron Boozer got 1. Only 1 Finals MVP in his career. Shea got 3. Ant got 2. Wemby did get 1. Edgecombe got 1 as well when we won earlier. We can look at the MVPs. Debance won 5 in a row. Boozer won, I think, 5 in his career, 6 in his career. Will Riley won a couple. A lot of expansion team got the MVP award because they were playing them so many minutes. Luka got 1 in LA. Ant got 2. Wemby got 1. Shea got 1 as well. Did we ever have a Rookie of the Year? We did not. No Rookie of the Year in Seattle. 6th Man of the Year. I don't know if we would have gotten one either. Stephon Marbury won it a bunch of times. There's Naz Reid. Derek Queen won it. Josh Giddey won it. Depoy. A lot of Wemby. Ace Bailey just randomly won it in 2034. The odds on that on like Sportsbook going into the year were probably great. Olajuwon got 4 in a row, and then LeBron got it. There's Most Improved. We did get Andrew Bynum and Steve Nash winning that award. We also got Nate Amen and Cam Whitmore. So we never got MVP on this team, unfortunately. No Clutch Player of the Year either. Very weird award. Coach of the Year, I think we should have gone a couple. Ty Lue 3-peated actually with that award. Udoka got one back in 2033. And Darvin Ham, our first head coach, got it in 2029. You can see all the players making it to the Hall of Fame onwards. I don't know if this is updated. I actually think it is. Yeah, like Edgecombe ended up making it. But not Kasperi Shakushonis. Okay. And then I also wanted to see just basically, we could look at our team history. I don't know. Yeah, like it's not going to regame the Supersonics history in the past. So we retired 6, 9, 32, and 10. I think 32 was Shakushonis. Nate Ament is 1. Edgecombe's the other. I forget who else's jersey number we retired. I'm just forgetting. 4 NBA titles, 5 conference championships, 17 playoff appearances out of the 20 years in this video, which is pretty good. Can't lie. And then we can look at our team history or our team records where Cam Whitmore, most points in a game. I don't know if I believe that. That's crazy. 46 is the highest. Nobody has ever scored 50 for us. That's weird. I do want to look at, can I look at career points? No, I guess we can't. Not sure why. I guess maybe, I don't know. But we can look maybe the best seasons here. Nate Ament scored 1,900 points back in 2032. I have no idea how accurate some of that stuff is. Dwayne Wade, most field goals made. Karen Collins, most three-pointers made. Okay, the power forward, that's kind of crazy. Nate Ament free throws. Rebounds goes to Andrew Bynum. Down to Jordan. There's Harnstein back in 2027. Isaiah Stewart back in 2026. I forgot we had Isaiah Stewart. There's Ivisic getting the blocks, and then Edie and Bynum had some really good years. Edgecombe with the steals. Will Riley set some scoring records for sure because he was playing like every single minute. In your career, Cameron Boozer. Oh my God, Anthony Edwards, 45,000 points. That's crazy. That's crazy. Will Riley's 5th all time. DeBanta 7th. Boozer was 3rd. Okay, yeah, there's a new scoring champion of all time now, which is wild. I guess 3-pointers definitely help, but it's Anthony Edwards. It's not like it was like an expansion team guy who ended up getting that. Field goals made, Boozer 4th and 3rd. Obviously 3-point field goals help out a ton for him to get that record. Yeah, most 3-pointers made of all time. Free throws still goes to Karl Malone. Rebounds to Kareem. We do see Jokic in there. We do see Karl Anthony Towns in there as well. AJ DeBanta. Assist, Jokic is up there. Trae Young, 2nd all time. Blocks goes to Wemby. No surprise there. Steals, Stockton Kid. Wemby is actually 4th. And that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this 20-year Seattle Supersonics rebuild. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and maybe the next 20-year rebuild I should do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.